Welcome back, everybody, to Nerdy Playbook. Back with another session of Echoes Bahamut. A few announcements today. First off, we got some, for most of us, there's some weather warnings on here. If for some reason the internet set's getting a little messed up, or if we have to pause the session randomly just to make sure some of us can get down the basement, please bear with us for a little bit. We're just going to try to be as safe as possible. Half the group here lives in the area that's currently has the bad weather problems. Safety first. We will not go offline if we can help it, but if it does happen, we apologize. Second off, we have a new charity, Murph.
Thank you. Our charity is going to be the Wounded Warrior Project. So just a little thing I wrote up, or I should say modified. Who the Wounded Warrior Project is. Every warrior has the next mission. We know that the transition to civilian life is a journey, and for every warrior, family member, caregiver, that journey looks different. The Wounded Warrior Project began in 2003 as a small grassroots effort providing simple care and comfort items to the hospital bedsides of the first wounded service members returning home from the conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan. As their post-service needs evolve, so have the Wounded Warriors programs and services. Today, through their direct programs in mental health, career counseling, and long-term rehabilitation, along with their advocacy programs, they have improved the lives of millions of warriors and their family. This effort requires the passion and commitment of friends, supporters, and like-minded organizations that enable us to fulfill their mission. With our collaboration and support, we strive to help the Wounded Warrior Project to ensure that those that serve when they come home, they're afforded every opportunity to be as successful as a civilian as they were in the military. So we'll have the links. Make sure you support as a with family members of service members and very dear friends. Something real near and dear to my heart. So if you can help, it's a great cause.
Bravo.
Yay!
So, yes, Wounded Warrior Project. We currently just started it yesterday. We're going all the way to the end of August. Our goal, per usual, is up to $1,000. Every little bit helps. I have a few rewards on there if you decide to throw any money down, so go in and check those rewards. I know the link looks a little weird. For some reason, Twitch has been a little weird with me, so it does still show the previous campaign, but if you do click on the link, it should take you to the right spot.
It does a 404 error. I just tried.
Does it? Okay. So I will try to fix that in a second. But yeah, Twitch has been a little weird with me about that. But there are a few awards on there. If you're able to get on, every little bit helps. And yeah. So that being said, let's get into it.
Woo.
All right, there we go. So
We're
There we go.
I did just post a link on the chat, so if that helps until I were able to get this fixed, that still takes you to the correct thing, hopefully.
Right.
And we'll work from there. I do have a few rewards on it.
Yep,
But,
it does take you to it.
okay,
just by the
perfect.
way.
So,
Just make
yeah.
sure.
Did throw out a couple things on there, so if you're able to throw down some money, it is a good help.
Can you tell us the highlights?
The highlights? What do you
Of the
mean?
Highlights
rewards.
of your
Like,
rewards?
What's the
little-
rewards?
Oh, I don't
You
have them
wanna-
memorized right now.
Oh,
we
oh,
only
that's
started this
alright.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Putting you
That's
on the
okay.
spot.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's alright. That's alright. It's good tea.
Under
It's good tea.
pressure. Dun,
Yeah,
dun, 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 dun.
Donate and find out. How about that?
I
Right?
want you to
Donate,
donate
find
and
out.
figure out, kind of thing like that.
Find
Put your
out.
money
Find
where your
out, like-
mouth is.
I wonder if it can actually just show me real quick. If it can, let me see if it does show me.
It's whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't show me.
So wait,
Uh,
so wait, do I gotta worry about my F-bombs with him? Because that
No.
might be an issue. Okay, good.
No,
you're
we
good.
tried that before and it didn't work.
we certainly
I can
tried.
always listen. I can always say fudge so many times.
We can just start
I'll-
saying frack instead. Frack.
So-
I'll lose all my cool dad points. My kid's
We'll
like,
do it like
Daddy,
the
I
good
hear you
place."
swear.
Yeah.
Just say, it's a new. No, I'm
You'll
kidding.
understand when
Don't
you're
tell.
older.
Don't teach.
I
children
can't. She's
things.
listen. She's already a little savage. So but she's like a very manageable little savage. So I'm not gonna mess with the balance dynamic. We're just gonna roll with it.
Right.
Mhm.
That makes
Alright.
sense.
Don't.
Anyways, let's get to going.
So,
Mm-hmm.
where we last left off, you all followed Silic to the Dark Vale, a spot that is still in your realm, but very, 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 very difficult to get to without magical means or being summoned there directly. Due to the power of his blade, he's able to essentially take you there, but it took a lot of strain on him. Only leading you so far into the Vale, but still getting you in nonetheless. The Vale being a point of time that has been locked in before this world has actually been created. Kind of the first spots of its creation of sorts. An essence of dark magic that forever blooms in this area, but due to that always consistently decays every organic matter within it. But still magic thrives in here, as this is the creation point and the birthing spot of the Weird Sisters. The standard original triplets of fate and destiny. Always being them until Gladlin. As mostly a beeline path straight through, you found out that you have several obstacles to get to before you can actually get to the Storm God of Fate and Destiny. And you started making your way through the hallowed woods until you eventually made your way over to the barren castle, a destroyed piece of rubble, fully unveiled in darkness, but you're able to inflame the area to brighten it up. As you met, or some of you re-met, Seline in more of an adolescent form, as she is kind of amused by you coming this far, but decides to slow you down. You're able to defeat her, as she used many of the fate shrouds to protect herself fighting against you. Also, in her time there, she also summons a harbinger that matches what is the essence of Alair Valerian to fight you off. After the battle, she leaves, but knowing that she has not been defeated. The darkness itself mostly fades away as far as the magical parts, but it is still dark in there. For anybody with dark vision, you can see clearly. Anybody not, you still have problems. So, one thing to mention as far as murder mittens, I totally forgot that you actually have an item in there that you probably don't know about. There are a set of goggles that you have as a rogue. They actually allow you to see through dark vision, even if it's magical, as long as you're wearing them.
Who is this for?
You.
Oh, me. I didn't catch the name.
Eminem.
I was
So I forgot that you have specific goggles that allow you to see through any kind of darkness, even if it's magical darkness. While wearing them, you also have
cool.
advantage on investigation, perception, and insight checks.
And goggles.
Mhm.
Cool, thank you.
Ooh, I have enhanced dark vision.
Yes, you do have enhanced dark vision. So some of you actually have specific traits that are good for this that maybe you didn't notice before. So the battle
I
just
do have-
ended. I'm sorry?
I do have the goggles on now.
Okay, cool.
Woohoo! Goggles! Oh my gosh, now I want to draw your character with goggles. That would be so cute. Little ears sticking up with a goggle.
I will just say, just
So-
as far as the goggle thing, they will. I don't have it written on there, but if you decide to fight with them on, you have disadvantage on your attacks because you have focused vision,
Okay.
essentially. So just let me know if you're taking them off.
Oh my gosh, are they like the one goggles where like
Like
make your
steampunk?
eyes super big?
Yeah, they're kind of like large steampunk kind of
Oh
style
my
goggles.
God. Sorry.
So the way I designed them,
enlarged kitten eyes get even more
Yeah.
kitten and enlarged.
so the way I had them is, yeah, they're large goggles, and then depending on if it's perception, investigation, insight check, they have different kind of enhancements to them that click over to actually change the magical enhancements to it.
Oh my god, you're lucky that Mixus is in here. Mixus would be like, can I try? Can I try? Can I try?
No, Mixus would be like, kitty!
Well, that too. But
So, yes, the battle's done. You are pretty reassured that where you are currently right now, in the Baron Castle, that nothing's going to attack you at this point unless you proceed further. So, with knowing that you have time, if you want to spend it to take a rest, you can.
How is everybody?
I think
you
Murph
get
and I
hurt?
were pretty damn hurt.
Yeah. from what
Yeah,
I-
Kinda hurt.
I
Okay.
did one of my spells, but I can do more if needed. But then I will lose those spells.
Well, no, I think the plan was for the two of us at least to take a short rest so that way we can just spend hit die and then
Okay.
Yeah,
save
we
your
could do a
spells.
short
I am
rest.
going to take
Which is
a
what I did
nap.
already, yeah.
Okay.
yeah, because that was
That's how
where we ended
ended
it.
the
Was we
last
were
one,
gonna
right?
yeah
we
we were
did do
gonna take a short rest.
Okay.
I'm going to hit.
Seraphina is going to keep watch.
Same.
Literally just gonna pace back and forth. Pacing back and forth. Pacing.
Seraphina, you're doing a lot of pacing. You worried about something?
Anxious.
So no one wants to take a short rest or a long rest. You guys are just going to try to...
I mean,
we are
Helga's
taking
taking a short
Oh, you're
rest.
taking a short
so
rest. Okay, so a couple
Yeah,
hours
they're
are being
taking
spent.
short-
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Seraphina is just going to keep watch. I think Norin is also going to keep watch.
Okay, for anybody who is not taking a short rest, you can give me perception checks in the area.
Okay.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
23.
Yeah, I think I got 21.
Okay. Everybody else is taking a short rest?
Yes.
Between the two of you, Seraphina and Norin, both of you give me Arcana checks.
Okay.
No.
9.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got a 9 as well.
Wow.
Hey, twinsies.
Oh, damn.
You're the
Okay. So,
Yeah, I know.
as you are keeping your eyes out, sounds and wisps in the wind keep grabbing your attention. Not so much that's consistent, but occasionally after you stare off like for 10 minutes, 15 minutes and looking around, they occasionally kind of go off and you kind of like look in your peripheral vision. And it's almost like something's trying to contact you, but by the time you finally notice it, it's either leaves your vision or is pulled away from your vision.
Mm.
But only you two notice it. Whether or not you guys are actually trying to look out for it, or maybe you're the only two people that maybe can hear it.
Am I able to do an insight check?
This would not be an insight
or
check.
investigation?
You can give me an investigation check.
Okay. See how that does. I got 14.
Okay. Nora, do you want to do anything?
So I could tell it was something magical.
You don't know if
Right.
it's magical.
No, we don't know.
Oh,
you
we
don't
had
know
a
if it's
9.
magical.
No,
That's-
Yeah, you don't know.
so we don't know.
Something's gonna...
Yeah, you don't know. Okay. Serafina,
Yeah.
Mm.
Go for it. Yeah.
with your investigation, you're trying to keep your eye out for these things, or whatever it is. This isn't like the wisps that you were taking, not the fake
Mhm.
shrouds. This is
Mhm.
like, almost like, as wind is slightly moving around this place, you can tell like the 1 5-foot gap of wind is a little bit different than the rest. Almost like it's trying to
Mm.
hold a physical form, but it's being
Yeah.
pulled away so quickly that you can tell that something's trying to communicate to you, but whether it's the dark veil or something else, something's trying to disconnect us from communicating to you.
It's like it can't stay on this plane, pretty much.
It's hard to tell.
Hmm.
Either it can't stay on this plane, or it is in this plane, and it's trying to talk to you, but somebody else is trying to stop it from talking to you that's also on this plane.
I'm just gonna put out there in a random and be like, Gladylin, is that you?
No response.
I look
Why,
at
why
Nora
are you
and I'm
talking
be
about? Yeah. Why are you talking
Because-
about Island?
well, something's trying to communicate to us, but it can't penetrate through whatever's going on. I mean, we need to, when we start moving again, we need to just keep an eye on it and maybe keep periodically trying to see if we can see it or hear it and see if we can connect with it, because something's trying to contact us. Now, I don't know if it's just, V being what she does and, playing tricks on us, but
Right.
If you two want to spend the whole 2 hours that done taking a short rest, you both can give me another Arcana check.
okay. Do you want to do that?
Sure. Otherwise, could I do a survival check?
That wouldn't
If I know
apply to
something.
this. It wouldn't necessarily
No,
apply to
it's
this.
more
You could
than-
give me a
Yeah, 'cause
nature
the-
check.
If you went, oh yeah, a nature check.
This is
About
this
as good
is
as
part
that.
of the actual area itself, so you could essentially give me a nature check if you'd like. I don't know if nature necessarily meets your Arcana.
It's actually tied. It's still
Yeah,
both
mine's
plus
tied too.
one.
So.
I mean, theoretically, if one of you gives me nature, the other one gives me an Arcana, you get two different answers. If
do you
both
want to
get
do a nature check and
Sure.
I can do an Arcana? Okay,
Yeah, I'll be a wood elf again.
two different answers for the same question.
right?
Yep.
That one was nicer. 20.
Hey, that was spooky 20.
I got a
So-
22.
We're gonna start with nature first. So as
Okay.
you're investigating this, and I believe Norin, you did nature.
Yes.
Yes.
Lauren did nature.
So as you're investigating this, you're noticing the wind in this area is natural. It's not like it's magical. The wind around here is moving just at like a southern pace. It probably doesn't match the weather with the rest of the continent, but it's kind of contained within the dark veil. But you do notice that occasionally, every couple minutes or so, there's like almost kind of like a change in the wind for like a couple seconds, and you feel like almost like something is almost being pulled in the wind, like someone's stuck in a tornado, and it hits you only so many times because it only passes that point so many times it spins around. Almost like someone is lost in this current and they're trying to be pulled out. And then occasionally you notice that like you can start seeing something. Almost like you're hearing a voice call to both you and Serafina. Then Serafina, you pull in your magic and you're trying to register the arcane essence of this. And you start to register that this place is flowing with ethereal magic, but also contains it in a way where only so many people can be controlled. Almost like whoever runs this domain can choose when magic is used or not. And it seems
Okay.
like someone's trying to communicate to you through magic, and whoever's running this domain is refusing that to happen. But as you pull in and both of you are working on this, you start to hear someone try to call out to both of you. Directly you two. Not Murph, not Renora, not Murder Mittens, not Helga. You two. You can hear it's female, and it's in pain. And again, it's like every 2 minutes, and then you hear almost like very poltergeisty, where it's kind of like coming in like CB radio, kind of like that for a couple seconds, and it kind of blips in, and it kind of fades out. And now that you can register it, you now can hear it every time it comes around every couple minutes. And you can. And
Is it close enough?
It
Like,
changes
is it
its point
close?
every time, but it
Okay.
is always circling around the area that you're in. Sometimes it's on the north side, sometimes it's on the south side. It's kind of like wherever the wind puts it in 2 minutes. But it is constantly circling around you, so you don't necessarily have to move to get to a closer point to it. But you can't necessarily find the pattern of... It's not like north, south, east, west, north, south, east, west. Sometimes it's like north, south, west, east, south, west, north. It doesn't go in a pattern.
Okay.
It's very wild and very unpronounced. But it seems like the magic is doing it, not specifically the person who's trying to communicate to you.
Oh, that doesn't help me. I was trying to figure out if there was a spell. Like, I was trying to figure out if counter spell would help try to pull them out of whatever they're doing.
Sure.
Because that's supposed to be, it says, you can attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell.
I
And
would
if it's
say...
a lower level than what I am, then it can.
I'd say you would think of this as 2 different ways. Either in your mind, as far as Seraphina, you could either think of it as working in your favor and you destroy the spell that's stopping them to communicate, or there's a chance of you actually stopping the spell of them trying to communicate to you. You're not sure.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you the answer to it until you actually do it, but those are the 2 options that Seraphina would probably have in her mind of how this could work.
Well, then can I use locate creature?
I think you need to know the creature to do it.
Says to describe or you can. It has to be familiar. Never mind.
Well, let me check out the parameters.
I was looking at it. It says that you're familiar to you. You can sense the direction of the creature's location as long as the creature is within 1,000 feet of you. If the creature is moving or known direction, you'll know the movement. But you have to describe.
You
or
either need to
name
describe the creature and know
Yeah.
the creature's name.
Yeah. So that
And
doesn't
unfortunately,
help
do
me.
not have those 2 on you. But good idea.
And I don't want to do dispel magic because that could potentially stop both of those spells, just like counterspell could. So
Now,
What?
Well, no, I think the spell's a little different.
dispel magic, it would choose a creature or object or magical effect within a range of you, and if the target gets lower, then it will end.
so you could essentially target the spell that's stopping them from communicating to you.
Right.
Okay.
So,
So-
yeah.
I've tried that.
So what's the check that they have to make against you?
Here, let me do it. They have to make where is it? Spell. Terrific level. For each spell level 4th or higher, the target will make an ability check. Make an ability check using your spell casting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell level. So my DC is 16.
Okay. And then what kind of check?
just says ability check. I don't know what that means.
1 sec.
Ability
Yeah, make
check
sure ability check.
using your spell casting
casting.
ability.
Okay, so your spellcasting ability is dexterity.
Oh, okay. So.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're an
that's-
Eldritch Knight. It's intelligence. It's intelligence. So
Okay,
they need to beat an
so-
intelligence of 16.
Yeah.
They
Hey, I
failed.
figured that out.
So
They failed?
yep. So
Yeah.
as you start focusing on the dispel magic, it starts going in from 2 minutes to 1 minute, then 1 minute to 30 seconds. Then you can start seeing the wisp start slowing down. As you see a female almost being pulled like a ghostly object. It's hard to tell who she is at this point. At this point, you can see that she's not teleporting different spots, she's just moving so fast that there's only certain times you could hear her. And she's still circling but slowing down. So you have to notice features that you know familiar. Features that resemble someone that you cared about once and you thought you lost her. You start noticing the more familiar version of V, other than this god you've been fighting at or been wanting to hunt. And she's slowing down, but she looks malnourished, she looks withered, she looks in pain, until eventually the wind slows down and just drops her in front of you.
I catch her.
Yeah.
Her clothes are torn, they are ripped, they're stained, she's bruised, she's beaten, her hair is partially cut in certain spots. She is damaged. And she can barely speak.
Going to do cure wounds on her, or which one should I do? I could do healing word. No, cure wounds, because she's right here, and because it's at will, I don't have to actually use a
Nope,
spell
you can just
slot
use
for it.
No, you do not.
So there's 4.
Okay, so you put your hand on her to just kind of cure of some of her more painful ailments, but you're not able to actually, however she got this damage, it's stuck to her, but you are able to relieve the pain a little bit. She starts, oh, you shouldn't be here.
Why do you say that?
She's gonna kill you.
Well,
Who's
we're
getting
here to get you back.
Yeah. That's the whole reason why we're here.
I can't. I'm tethered. I can't. I only came here this far to tell you to turn around. Just go.
That's not an option.
Not without you.
As you can just start seeing these almost 5 points, almost like needles glowing against her ribs. They start getting almost redder.
What is she doing to you?
She knows I'm here.
I understand that, but what is she doing to you? This is your physical form.
No, I'm just trying to communicate. I'm not really here. Oh, God.
Where are you? Where is your body?
It's still attached to her. I don't have any control over it.
Okay.
You gotta...
We'll take care of that.
No, you gotta understand. They never left. They were always in Gladland. They needed us.
Are you talking about the Fates? The original Fates?
The Weird Sisters never left Gladland. They
No.
stayed within him.
No, they needed another host and they toyed with them.
I see. So we need to expel them? Are they in you? Is one of them in you then?
They're in the body. Celine.
Okay.
As you start seeing the needles in her chest start to get warmer and warmer. As she looks past you and sees Silic. As her eyes start getting wider and wider. And she looks back at you. She's got others here too. And she looks back at Silik. Sorry, I didn't know.
Okay. We'll come and get
Is
you.
Silik asleep
free
or
you.
is he alive? Or is he awake?
He's awake.
I turn around and pull my sword out and put it to his neck.
What? She me like looks at you. She's like, no, you need him. He didn't do anything. It's who's
Okay.
here.
Okay. Okay. Can he free you? Can we free you?
As you start feeling like this, you can start to see like something is like almost making her bleed through these needles. As you start to see like these ethereal hands now push into her, as she starts being pulled from you, as she starts turning more ethereal, and you lose her out of your grip, as you immediately see a more elderly version of Seline just like pull her back and pull her in like a puppet.
And I turn and point my sword at you. I'm coming for you now.
Now. We're not there yet, but soon, as she immediately just pulls her into a void and immediately disappears.
Leaving Seraphina completely fire form. Like, 'cause
Yeah, you're fired
pissed. They're pissed, and I turn to Silik and be like, we need you for something. What do you know about Seline?
I don't know anything about Seline. I only know what most people know. I mean, the Weird Sisters they're fucking weird. I don't know much more than that. I mean, I didn't even know that one of them was named Seline. You
I
probably
know
know
that
more than I
you-
do.
I know you hold something deep inside you that is demon-like. Can that be used against a god?
I mean, it can. It's helpful, but it's not perfect. I mean, I was planning to use it when we fought her, but it's not like an ultimate trump card. It's just
It's fine, but if you can use it to remove the tether between the body,
I mean,
the physical body of V.
I mean, it's not like a magic repellent. I mean, if she has some kind of tether, we'd have to know where it is. We'd have to know what it is. We'd have to know more. I mean, I didn't know coming in here that the person we've been seeing this whole time wasn't her.
Yeah, I figured
Can
it
I
wasn't
insight
her.
check him?
Sure.
I figured it wasn't her. I figured it was we were being
Spooky
played
20.
with.
Spooky 20. He is supremely afraid right now. Like, between the fact that, like V was, like, pointing him out for something like that, and then you guys are, like, trying to get him something, like, he's, like, totally confused about what's going on. He has no idea what's going on. He doesn't get it, and he's extremely freaking out.
Poor Silik. He's been through a lot.
He's like,
Going
I don't
to
know.
therapy.
I don't even know how she knows me. Like, I mean, assumingly, the V that I thought knows me. I mean, she's one of the three that imprisoned me. But
Mhm.
other than that,
Forget.
I mean, I guess I met her once upon a time, but that was a long time ago, like 50 years ago.
What was your interaction when you met her?
I mean, she was the commander of your army. She wanted. The group that I was with was about to join her cause, and I had other things I wanted to do, so I decided to take care of my own affairs. Other than that, I don't really have much interactions with her. I was an average soldier once upon a time, and we once had orders to hunt her down, but that was nothing I ever did on my own. I never
Did
really
you ever
encountered her.
interact with her wolf?
What, Nova? A couple
Yeah.
times, but that was more or less in a bad situation. I mean, she tried to hunt this down consistently. But that wasn't anything like directly towards me. That was just a wolf hunting down prey.
But she didn't kill you, so she must have saw something in you.
Right.
I guess I more or less thought of it as just I was one of the few that got away. I mean,
You flatter yourself. Nova, if Nova would want to have killed you, she would have killed
Right.
you.
Well, all right. Well, either way, I look, I'm as stumped as you are. I mean, I don't know why she'd be vexed by the fact that I'm here. I mean, I assume that once you freed me from the prison, that all three of them would have known that I left. So, why she's surprised I'm with you is a little odd. But maybe she doesn't have as much of a connection to her god side as we thought.
It's possible.
If she's being toyed with, pulled at by these fates are that we've dealt with a long time ago.
But by the way, just for sake, if you guys are taking a short rest, you're not actually sleeping. You just aren't doing anything strenuous. So you can be part of the conversation too if you'd like.
Okay.
Okay.
It is out. It is open. It is loud. You guys hear what's going on.
Yeah, we're being very loud.
I didn't say anything before because they were doing silent checks. They were just kind of keeping their eyes open. They weren't talking about it. But now it's obviously been clearly going on, and you saw this happen. So
Seraphina is not quiet.
basically, just to reiterate, for a short rest. Just to reiterate, for a short rest, you can still do stuff. You can still keep your eyes open. You can still do simple tasks. You just can't do anything that would kind of be physical work. So you can still talk. You can still do stuff, but you can't do any checks. You can't really do anything that requires actual physical strenuation.
Okay.
The question I had for EDM was, when was the last time Norin and Seraphina would have saw V?
The last time, they're two different times. So last time that no one saw V was when let me go through this in my head.
Before you died, pretty much.
Last time Norn would have saw V was probably about the 45th year, so about 5 years before campaign 2. Because Norn was a Grand Mage, and he would have had to actually do dealings back and forth, and he was the left hand of Alaire of Laren, where she was the right. That would have been the last time you would have seen V. So yeah, sure, 5 years before you essentially passed.
Gotcha. That's what
As for Seraphina, with Seraphina's eyes, not Alasna's eyes, the last time you saw her was before you sacrificed yourself to become Alasna. But you have seen her many times as Alasna because you saw all.
Right.
So with your own Genasi eyes, it's been a long time.
Which all of those experiences blur together,
Yeah. So for you, for you, differentiating it's a lot for you to take in, differentiating what you remember and what you seen and what you know between what you actually know and what you know as Alasna is kind of still kind of a weird thing in your head. Is it something that I actually really do, or is it something that Alasna did? Kind of like that. Some of it is a little kind of confusing to you sometimes.
You look at Silic and be like, "Don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you."
Okay.
Sure, she's the good cop. I'm back.
I'm sorry. I apologize to
No,
you.
I mean, I get it.
I don't say this often, but I apologize. But when someone points out someone that obviously you're the only one in this situation, well, most of these people, but you're the only one I know has been around for longer, and I still don't know where you all lie. So, I know you used to be part of things, but it all blurs together.
I'm only here for a few simple reasons. One, for you. You've done a lot for me. And two, I need some revenge. She's part of the reason why I was imprisoned, and she took many things from me that I will never get back. Simple as that.
So, going back to the topic in hand, your devil's side, does your revenge or anger do anything to enhance it, or is it just a single kind?
It used to, when I couldn't control it. More anger made it more powerful, but if you want me to be able to control it, it's... well, It's not going to be more powerful the more pissed I'm going to get. But you don't really want to see me lose control of sorts. I'm sure you can handle it, but it takes a lot to put me down in certain circumstances.
My thoughts were maybe the sword would do something.
Ben's is gonna interrupt them and walk straight in front of Silic and like get right in his face and stare straight at him. What is this devil side you talk about?
You guys are really putting me on the spot. All right. All right. He
Helga's
just
just leaning against a rock and is just watching all this unfold.
It just like steps back a little bit, like he moves like 20 feet away into like a spot that's like not in anybody's way. And
I like pull Mittens, like you know how you do with like a child, and you put like your hand in front of them, like, and you kind of slowly push them back. You just like do this and push
I'm like
them.
dagger ready.
As you can see, like this almost like this green and blue hellfire starts summoning around him. As you can start to see him 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches taller, until he's about 6'6". His horns get more pronounced. His body kind of summons like it's this organic armor on top of him. And you can see that he is like this full demonic creature. He's still the same. You can still hear his voice, but there's no mouth to match. It's almost like he's speaking to you almost... It almost sounds like he's speaking to you through like a sheet of glass. Mm. There's a bit of an echo through it, and you can almost feel like a vibration from his sound. It sounds like it would normally supposed to be like more of an intimidation thing, but he's just standing there as simple and still got his sword sheath. But you can even see that the sheath for his sword is even turned into more of like more of a skeletal kind of design. Like everything about this is supposed to turn more evil, but he's tried to turn it more good in the process. And then he just...
While he's... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to say, while he's doing that, can I do either an arcana or an investigation to see how the environment is reacting to his change?
Well, if you want to check on the environment, you could give me an arcana or you could give me a nature check. If you're doing specifically environment.
Let's do arcana.
Okay.
Is it gonna get... Oh, never mind.
So it's hard to tell. This is something you haven't seen before, at least with your eyes. You don't know if Alessa's seen this before. But the ability is unique, to say the least. You've never seen another... You yourself has never seen another humanoid that can do something like this. The closest thing it could resemble is maybe a were creature. Somebody that can turn from a humanoid into more of an animalistic. But you've never seen anything more specific about a half demon turning into like a full demon.
I'm gonna do something, and I'm gonna come up to him and be like, "Don't be alarmed."
Okay.
I'm gonna see how my Genasi fire, how it interacts with his hellfire.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna put my flame, I'm gonna produce flame in my hand, and just kind of push it onto him, not like touching him fully, but just like the outside of the aura of his fire.
Okay, so as you don't touch, but you push, the flame itself absorbs in your hand, and it gets converted into blue fire, and it gets absorbed into his skin.
Cool.
That could be useful.
Yeah, I'm kind of in this form, I'm kind of immune to fire.
No, I'm not. Can you charge your fire? Do you know how?
Not really. I mean, I even with it's weird. There's not much to go on. My sister and I are the only ones that have this specific form. Well, and Serena, but every one of our parents, ancestors, they had a form more strictly tiefling, so it could be more specific. There's not really a rule book about her and I because we're half breeds.
I'm gonna try something. Stay right there. Move, everyone. Move.
Okay.
When he absorbs the fire, because Renora and Helga are just kind of sitting on the sidelines, like I'm assuming eating apples out of our bags, watching this.
Something, yeah.
Like
Like
it looks.
eating popcorn, like, oh, what?
It
What's
looks like
happening?
based off the way of his face, with like his almost like war paint, but their tattoos embedded into his skin.
Cool.
He always also looked like intimidating and stoic, but at this point, like he's, no matter how his bone structure is, you can still see his eyes like looking. It's like, all right, I'm not gonna move out of respect, but what the fuck are you doing? As his eyes are just kind of like following.
And I make sure that
when he absorbs
Mittens and
the
Norin,
fire, Renora's
Norin, get out
gonna
of the
like
way.
nudge Helga and be like, "Bet you wish you could absorb fire in your full beast mode."
I'm gonna
I wish
I'm
I
gonna
looked as
tell-
cool as he did. How about that?
I mean,
I'm gonna
yeah.
tell Norin and Mittens to move out of the way.
What's the move away from? This
I
is
move
great.
out.
Norin, get your ass over
I think
here.
it's fine.
No, stay there.
Norin,
I'm
2
sure
seconds
nothing
before
will
he's
go wrong. It's
blasted.
fine.
Boom! Campaign over.
Fine. Oh, Nora wanted to ask him if any tiefling could transform into fur.
He's like,
Yeah, he
no.
can
I mean, there are many that do, but they have to be part of my family line.
Oh.
I mean, there are the
So
tieflings
you
that can do
special.
unique things. If I could help it, I'd prefer not to.
Cheers! I like lift my half-eaten apple.
All right.
To being
Yeah.
special.
And I look at Norin and
Hey,
be like,
staff boy, have you ever heard of the phrase
out of the
"fuck
way."
around and find out"? I think she wants you to move.
get out of the way.
Hey, you know what? I'm just trying to embrace my inner tiefling.
I
right
know,
now.
but you can ask him questions from over here. Come
Oh,
over
Really
here.
get out of the way.
Fuck the closet.
Fine. Just don't.
And then I'm gonna look at Silic and be like, try catching this. And I'm gonna
Oh, God.
fire a firebolt at him.
Hey, better swing!
Okay, so you aim a fireball at him, and he just
Or fireball, yeah.
Whatever.
I didn't want to do bolt.
Fireball.
Sorry. I did bolt, but one of them. I just want him to catch it. See
okay.
if he can catch it.
So what'd you do to hit? What was it to hit?
It was a 12.
12. Okay, so yeah, he catches it.
Okay. And I say, concentrate on it. See if you can throw it back.
Well, I mean, as he like holds it, it just goes absorbed in his skin. You can't control it. He's like, yeah, that's not exactly how it works. But I mean, I appreciate like you trying to figure out. I mean, I've been able to do this for like 50 years. I mean, I know the ins and outs of it, unless something's been hidden from me. I'm more or less just kind of more amplified, and there's a few kind of tricks I can do. But I mean, it's yeah.
Like what?
Well, I mean, normally I can, you know, I don't take much damage from cold or fire, but you know, cold and fire I'm immune to in this. And he like shows you his tail that normally has like a fin on it. Now it's actually like blades, and he just kind of like shifts the fin, and he just whips it, and it slices like a brick in half.
Beautiful.
You are so cool.
I don't know if Renora has ADHD, but that comment of cold and fire resistance reminded me. Oh, and then she's gonna pull out the designer luggage and be like, "Y'all want some? Do people want cloaks? Do we want to
Oh
put out
yeah,
these
we need a
cloaks
distributor
for buffs
again.
or- while we're doing a short rest?"
Yes.
I will
This is
send a
like-
list of what the cloaks are in chat, so I don't derail the conversation about
Yeah.
it too much.
So pretty much, I look at Silic and be like, I'm trying to see if there's a way that you can amplify taking Genasi fire and amplifying it to your own, and maybe it will change your ability.
Not really me. I'm not a spellcaster. But my sister was good at that. I mean, she was a cleric, so she could do something like that.
Mm.
Your sister sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, she's pretty sweet. But I as you can kind of see him kind of like turn away for a bit. It's like I haven't seen her in a little while.
All right. Well,
I mean, being where you were, that kind of makes sense.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you showing us what it looks like. We'll see if it will help within this fight.
And
that
then
we
you
have
just
ahead
see
of
like his
us.
armor just evaporate off of him like water evaporating, out it's like embers off his skin, and he just turns back.
God,
You
he's
can
so
hear-
cool.
You can hear like Serafina like mumble to themselves for a second, and then like get all back to like straight and like proper.
I am glad he is on our side.
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
Let's get Alec.
How are you guys doing over there? I look at
Helga
the
now
other
gets
group.
bored and just starts poking Murph in the shoulder. Hey,
We're doing
Hey.
good.
hey. You awake yet?
I'm good. It's time to make amends. And Murph's gonna stand up and walk over to Seraphina and Norland and Murder Mittens. Slight bow. Milady, I know we got off maybe on the wrong foot. Forgive us. We're hurt and hungry for vengeance. But I heard this, whoever we're tracking, this friend of yours, they had a wolf?
Mm-hmm. Yes, they do. But it's its own entity, and it goes wherever it pleases.
Would connecting to the wolf help at all?
Possible. It depends on if she would want to connect with you. She has the ability to just be like, meh.
Ah, not me. A wolf I know.
Ah. Oh, I see. You're going to call upon one of your gods, aren't you?
My lady, you are correct. With your permission, that is, as you are leading this. We're just hired hands, as you said.
Any help can help. I mean, I would say if you can connect to her, she would have a vested interest in getting V back. So,
No, the fates affects us all, man.
Sounds like it's worth a shot. He's gonna walk a little bit of ways, and he'd like to try and connect with Fulgrim, the wolf, Caliban's wolf, and see if he can help.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a religion check to see if you can communicate to him through the dark veil.
16.
Nice.
Pretty decent.
It takes you a bit. You know that whenever you desperately needed one of them, they do come. So you know to be patient. They will eventually show up as you... It takes about 10 minutes. Whether anybody else is impatient in this process, you decide to stick true. Until all of you start to notice a very light, cold fog that seems to envelop about 100 foot radius around you. Just coming out of nowhere. You all can tell that this is not fog that's natural for this area, as it is a complete different texture than the weather outside. What is outside is boggy. If it was a regular fog from outside, it'd be a very swampy kind of fog. This is cold, freezing kind of fog. But not high enough to really do you any damage if you are not resistant to the cold. Then it starts getting so foggy that you're unable to see around you past the domain of the building you're in. Even though the walls are collapsed, the fog gets so thick intentionally that you can't see around the building.
Can I still see through it with my special goggles?
If you got them on, yes, you can see through it.
I currently have them on.
Okay. You start noticing that there's a shape, specifically Mittens, that there's a shape that starts to form. At first,
would I be able to see it too?
No, because this isn't a dark vision kind of thing. This is just
okay.
an obscured vision.
Okay.
It's almost like a mirage that starts turning into an animal. So it's off as just like a small shadow inside, and then you start seeing legs come on it. You start seeing something like a head, and it starts getting bigger, assumingly walking towards you. But a few seconds later, you all start to hear giant thuds. 1 foot from the other. 1 foot from the other.
Seraphina's not phased by this at all.
I've got daggers out ready. Stop where you are. I see you.
Calm yourself, cat.
I
And put
yeah, I
the
just
blades
put-
away.
yeah, I just and I put my hand up to Mittens, be like,
I put the blades away.
Okay. Before you put him away,
Elder's
it starts to
gonna-
growl at you. It doesn't come out of the fog, but all of you, minus Mittens, I'll describe how you see it, see just a shadow in the fog. Just like an inch away, where the nose is like an inch away from pulling itself out of the obscured area. For you, Mittens, you actually see this thing full. You see a large, gray silver wolf that is like 5 times your size on its 4 legs. And it's looking directly at you. Before you decide to sheathe your weapons, it is growling at you because you are about to strike. But then once you do, it just kind of still stares at you, but it no longer shows its teeth. But it still stays within the void. You all are able to see what looks like a large creature, but it's refusing to pull itself out of the actual void itself. Whether it's specifically that bunch of you it doesn't recognize, or maybe it's the domain that you're in right now that has to stay within its portion. Unsure. But just stares there.
I
Tell
Elder-
nod
people
at.
heals.
Oh, I was gonna say I was gonna nod at Murph to like kind of like motion like go ahead.
Yep. Your time.
Fulgrim, great wolf of Kalabak. These are not enemies. They are with me. There is a wolf, one of your children, or like your children, named. I looked at Seraphina. What's their name?
It's
Nova. Nova.
Yeah, no.
Nova Scotia.
No, up there in Nova. We're over here looking for Nova. If you know where we can find her, don't you know?
And our maple syrup, don't you know?
Have you ever played hockey?
Oh, God. Let's not appropriate someone's culture. There we go.
Right.
Going on.
See, she has a wolf, and there's a wolf that we're trying to rescue, her mistress. Please, help me, help us.
Give me a persuasion check, Murph.
Got this.
So persuasive.
Self-persuasion.
Helga, are you still bowing?
Yeah, I took a knee along with. I didn't kneel
Ooh.
next to Murph because I don't want to
19.
like just off to the side, not
When-
because I don't want to interrupt the moment.
I would say when I saw Murph bow, I would bow too, as in respect.
Renora's looking around confused. Are I bowing?
Okay.
Like, slowly bowing, like, is this what we're supposed to be
Helga's
doing?
gonna
I don't
look
know.
at you like, oh,
You're
the same way.
unsure since Fulgrim doesn't actually
Renora,
talk
look, it's
to you.
Cargrim, go!
But
Oh,
he
shit.
starts to take his front left paw, just barely stretching out of the fog, and he starts scratching. Like almost like slow digging in the ground, same spot. Just but still staring at the group. Scratching, like almost pulling up dirt, digging, but very slowly, not aggressively. Eventually puts the paw down, just enough where some of the paw gets actually enveloped. It does again, scratch and puts the paw down until it's enveloped. And it pulls it, you start seeing like a glow with the paw. It pulls its paw away. You start to, you're not looking in the hole yet, but you do see some kind of ethereal energy coming out of the hole. He just pulls his paw back and just stares at the group.
Look to Seraphina like, what?
I'm letting
Um,
Seraphina would be letting Murph take the lead on this one
Take lead. So,
because
like,
it's their god.
So the wolf made like basically like a paw print impression in the ground.
kind of, not even a paw print. Like he dug a little bit of a paw-sized hole in the ground, probably about 10 by 10, and he dug it in pretty deep. Yep.
Can I take my ethereal arm and put my hand in the hole?
Sure. Put your hand in the hole. You find like a large stone. You pull it up and you grab it. It is a shape of a wolf's head. Looks like it's some kind of necklace. But Fulgrin never really does give you a direct answer. Just kind of does things and hopefully you get what you need.
My thank, Lord of Wolves. Send my best to your master.
Just kind of nods head and then it starts turning around as you see as he turns the tail whips around so large that you can just feel a little gust of wind come at you as it just pulls again the wisps and then starts walking away as it starts getting smaller and smaller and then eventually pulls the cold fog with it until it all disappears from your vision until you start getting more of the humidity.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
So you start.
What?
So what you
That's
have in
so
your hand
adorable.
is a large necklace. The necklace itself, for the chain itself, is sapphire beads surrounding it with a large steel, like white steel wolf's head on it. Based on the look, you can easily assume it's magical of some kind, but you don't know what it does or what the purpose of it is. But that is what he gave you.
Princess,
Yes.
what color was Nova?
Blue.
Interesting. I'm gonna tuck it away in a side pouch for now.
Okay.
By the way, before you did that, I do accept your apologies. I understand what grief can do to someone. You can talk to me when, and I look straight at him and be like almost like I have the eyes that I know what's behind his mirror, like his mimic or your illusion. Like I can know what grief does to people. So I accept your apology and thank you for coming on to this mission because I understand you don't know any of these people. I know most of these people that you're with, but you don't know what we're going for, and you don't know the person. You've only seen portions of my friends from afar. They've been corrupted as gods, and we all know, well, I know firsthand how being a god can corrupt the soul.
Princess, and I point to Helga and Renora, our grief will be stored away and locked away until it's time to take Era down. You give us that and we're yours.
Then we have an understanding.
We do. I offer a handout.
And I will shake it, and I'll do the whole where I grasp your wrist instead of just your hand. And by the way, you don't need to call me princess.
Understood.
And I kind of look at Norn never did like that title, did I?
It took a little bit to grow on you, but yeah, you never did. You never did.
I just have a little bit of a it's an inside joke kind of chuckle kind of thing. And be like, should we keep going? Has everyone had enough time?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push Helga. You fucking ready?
I'm gonna push him back. No, are you ready?
I said, are you fucking ready?
You know I'm ready. Are you fucking ready?
I
Let's go!
are you
And then I'm
ready?
gonna, come in, two hand, shove Helga on the back while they're in the middle of this.
Chest bump.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Renora's fucking ready.
Let's go!
Seraphina's just gonna walk away with that.
I'm like, whoa.
I'm
Welcome to
following
the
them.
party, pals.
And then
Hey,
I look
Murph,
at Silik
you
and I'd
think
be
if I-
like, I just look at Silik and be like, you ready to?
As red as I was before.
All right.
Yeah,
get going.
Well, done showing.
Alright.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
okay.
Hey Murph, you think if I took some of this rope and frayed the edges of it, I can make a little toy for murder mittens?
I look back and glare at you.
I think it's a great idea.
I imagine you glaring with like these big, huge goggles on.
Yeah, it's like being mad while trying to say bubbles. It just doesn't work. Like,
I grabbed the rope from Helga. We just made fucking friends. Simmer your ass down. And stuff it
but
in my
it's so
pocket.
funny.
So, you progress heading further south, leaving out of the
Making a toy was by way of friendship.
barren castle and heading over to the destroyed keep.
So everybody walks away and hand the rope back.
Compared to how it looked before, it is not exactly as you saw before when you started. It looked like it was a straight path. Woods, building, building, building. But as you get closer, you see that the buildings are larger than they look, and you actually dip in as the hill goes down into this large, less decrepit, and more ethereal forest. Where magic is clear as day. It seems, if you didn't already know the area that you're in, it seemed less haunting and more therapeutic. The trees now, whatever's in this spot almost looks like it was immune to decay of whatever happened on the regular level. The trees themselves are almost pure magic. Large crystalline trees. They're naturally glowing of energy. Any of you that cast spells, as you just touch one, you just immediately feel energy flowing from it through your body.
Intriguing.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for anything following us.
Okay.
or
Give me a perception
approaching
check.
us. And I have my glasses, so it is advantage.
Also, for Seraphina and Norin, don't forget to pick cloaks if you want one.
Oh.
Just in case it becomes
Okay.
relevant while we're walking.
22.
Right.
I
Two.
didn't even look at them. Sorry.
You notice that as you start getting further downwards, the fate shrouds start to follow. But once again, they don't necessarily focus on you. They start to follow over your path, heading further down, and start heading their way to the destroyed keep. You now start to figure out the pattern of this. As you start to get to another building, some of the freight shrouds head over there to prepare for you. As you start to head in closer, you start to notice that the destroyed keep is less of what the other ones seen as just a lost piece of history that's just been destroyed in rubble. This, compared to its name, is actually more of a full facility. It looks like the main building you see is destroyed, but it looks like the path itself leads underneath it. Like you're heading into kind of like the catacombs of this place. But the roots of the trees move through this so much that even if it's in darkness, the trees themselves glow with celestial light. Nothing's hidden from anybody's vision. It glows in darkness where no matter how much magic cannot counteract it. Almost as if there's a balance to this place. Where there's darkness, there must be light. But it looks like it only happens at this part. So you eventually get further down into this large facility.
Ooh, fancy.
Ooh.
It's so shiny.
As you immediately see this large tower in the center.
I'm guessing
More com-
we're over here somewhere.
Yeah. You're not
Okay.
fully in the room yet, but you see
Yeah.
this sort of like this 10-step up to this podium/tower. And it's conducting energy from 6 different spots. This very violet colored energy. But you can't tell if it's actually pulling energy in, or it's channeling energy, or it's pushing energy back to the pillars. It's hard to tell. But you start to feel an unease as you get closer.
Are those coffins at the base of the pillars?
They are.
Okay.
Charming.
Can I investigate one very carefully?
This is a lovely room of death.
This is a very lovely room of
It's a
tea.
tourist destination, I see.
So Mittens wanted to investigate. What's everybody want to do? Mittens investigate.
Seraphina's gonna hold tight in the actual entryway.
Okay.
With their what do I want to have? They're gonna first have their bow out for right now.
Renora's gonna go the opposite direction of Murder Mittens and investigate.
I was gonna do the same thing. Was if Murder Mittens goes clockwise, go
All right.
counterclockwise.
So here, I'll put your guys' tokens on here so you guys can actually place
Yeah.
where you want to go.
Okay. That was a very Mixus moment. Okay.
There's Shinra. There's Helga.
We don't have fear now.
Oh, that's right. We don't have fear.
Stop
now.
it.
My bad.
Wow, way to rub it on.
Run away.
It's a
Too
distance.
soon.
Wow.
Girl's back and then she's gone.
It's surprisingly Fiona's here. It's crazy.
There's Mittens.
She's in one of the
Mittens.
coffins.
There's Nolan. There's Seraphina. There we go. I guess I should put it down.
So did we come in? We came in over this way,
Correct. Yes.
right? Okay. Then
So
I'm gonna investigate this first one to the left.
I just
'cause
love
don't
watching
wanna get
all
too
the-
far in.
I just love watching all the tokens I skate across.
Right? It's my favorite thing.
Sure, Doran will take this one.
I'm gonna stand next to Sarah. He's gonna stand in the same entryway as Seraphina, just
So
kind of
what-
watching Helga and Renora.
Okay. All right. So
What up,
I'll get this
bestie?
one.
What up?
each person who decided to go next to something inside the room, give me an investigation check on the item you would like to investigate, and tell me if you are touching it or just looking at it.
Looking at it.
Looking at
Just looking.
it. Got it.
14.
Okay. I was gonna ask if you wanted help or if you wanted to roll with advantage, or if we were gonna roll separately.
Use
Since
your
we're
own
looking at
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop using other people's rolls.
That's such a Renora
sorry.
thing. Use your own eyes.
All right. So we got a 14 from Lenora.
Why don't you?
Helga, what'd you get?
19.
19. Mittens, what'd you get?
14.
And Norin.
9.
Okay.
I'll look.
So, from what most of you can tell, as far as a general thing, as far as the basics, going off of Norin's roll first, as these coffins themselves are arcane generators. Unknown, without touching it, if there's actually a body inside, dead or alive. It seems like whatever they are absorbing energy from whatever is inside and channel it into the center star. For the people who got about 14s or higher, so the 14s and 19, you can tell specifically that these specific spots are harvesting highly amount of magical energy from inside. Not just pulling just standard magic. Whatever it is pulling in straight Eldritch energy. And it's converted inside for some kind of power source. Something to generate it. But you can tell that it's not a consistent thing. This isn't something that just stays on forever. Someone just activated this. At this point, you all start hearing a laughter from a very familiar voice. But instead of it being more childish, you start to hear more of an adult tone from her. As she immediately just floats towards the center. And you see a more adult version of Seline.
I knew it.
I'm gonna take off my glasses.
Look more threatening.
Yeah.
As you can see, her outfit's different. It's a little more revealing. Her hair is a little bit let down. This is her more, as many of you know, the Weird Sisters are in their middle-aged form. They're a little more promiscuous. She's kind of has more of a lower dress on. She has a higher top. She immediately just stands there and stabs onto her staff as she looks at all of you. I believe that's as far as we go. She immediately looks at everyone. As she pulls her staff up, as she starts generating energy, instead of it going to the crystal, it starts going to her staff. As you start seeing fate shrouds start to summon. But instead of this time, they all start going around you. This time, they all start to form into one creature.
I want to shoot the staff.
Okay. Hang on 1 second.
Is it like a sphere or something that it's like gathering into, like at the tip of the staff, or is
So
it just,
originally,
like,
what it
one
was
staff
this
that it's, like-
this crystalline star that was hanging from the ceiling
Okay.
like a chandelier. Which is doing, instead of
Okay.
pulling it from instead of the chandelier, she's channeling it to herself.
So is this? Is
Oh,
it
to her-
actually?
okay.
Does it
I
look
thought-
like a? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, is it a physical crystal?
That's what
It's
I'm
hard to
wondering.
tell. It does look like you can kind of see through it.
Okay.
So
Is that
what it
how-
is, so like think of like an object hanging from a ceiling, if like each light on a chandelier was pulling energy from a different source. That's what this is doing. Each one of the stars is pulling energy from another source, and what she's doing, she's raising up her staff, and she's using the conduit, she's pulling the energy down to her staff instead.
So I would say probably right as Renora would be shooting at it, that would be what Seraphina would be like, because Seraphina's doesn't need any talking. You're doing this, and I want you to do this, like kind of thing. So she just wants to get it over with. So she's gonna shoot at the star.
I have a feeling Renora and Seraphina are gonna be good friends after this.
As you both
Renora has
shoot,
friends?
as you both shoot, having a free turn before this happens is a quick shoot. Whether you hit or miss, you notice whatever the star does create a shield over her as it immediately bounces off. Go ahead and see if you hit first and do damage.
I got a
If you don't-
20.
20?
I got a 20.
Okay, so do damage. And Renora, do you hit?
18.
18, that's a hit.
So I got 15. I did 15 with the bolt, and that's the first one I can shoot 4 times.
But this is attack. This is an early attack, so you don't get all 4 right off the bat. So,
Okay.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, how much damage you do, Renora?
I did 14 damage. I would like to use superiority dice to disarm.
Okay, unable to disarm because it is a shield, so you can't disarm it. You are actually
Oh,
just hitting
right.
the shield.
You said it got.
Yep.
Dang.
But I'll do the damage for you.
Okay.
We're gonna go into combat.
Were you shooting? You were shooting at the staff, or were you
Right.
shooting at the crystal? Okay,
So,
she
okay,
was
let's-
shooting at the staff, and I was shooting at the crystal.
Okay, so
was
let's
trying to get
make
at her,
this
yeah.
physically clear as a picture. So she's on
Mhm.
top of this stand. There's about 10 steps to go to it. Each step is roughly about a regular step high, probably about half a foot. This shield that she's generating over her starts from the beginning of the steps. So like here,
Yeah.
here, and it raises up to the actual star.
Oh, okay. So we
So
shot
she's
at this.
blocking the star and herself.
Oh.
So we shot at the shield.
You
correct?
shot the shield, but as you notice, you shoot the shield, you also are damaging the shield in the process. But while
Okay.
she's in the shield, she's considered an immortal object. So,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Got this.
Oh, look at you with the nat 20.
But you...
Boop, boop.
Pro initiative.
Wow. Look at that.
Wow.
That just means you get to be. You
That'll
can be the
my only
sneaky
good
one at the
roll
end.
today.
Can we do a quick bio break before we start combat?
Absolutely. Let's take a
All
10-minute break. We'll be right back.
And...
D&D group.
There
We
you
are
go.
back. Sure. Let's put.
All right.
Uh,
We rolled initiative.
Yeah.
Let me put the music back.
Let's fight!
Let me roll Silic's initiative so I know where we are on this list.
Something combat!
That's inspiring.
All right.
Who's the
Who
bard?
has a 20 or higher on their initiative? Starting off strong.
That
Oh,
would
you
be
do.
mittens.
Oh, what you got, Mittens?
25 because natural
25.
20
Oh, nice.
that I wasted.
Yep.
Wasted. Soiled it.
No, it's the start. It's the start.
You can just, you're gonna keep that climb.
For sneak attack, though. it's awesome.
18 or
Momentum.
18 or higher.
Me.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so who had like 20? Like, yeah, out of that. No one? 19?
19.
19?
19.
Okay, between the two of you, who has the higher dex? Probably
I
Norin.
got 14.
Oh,
I believe you have 15, Norin.
For Dex, I have 18, and I have a +4 for the mod.
Okay. So, yep. All right, so we're going to go Norin
Alright.
and Murph. And Seraphina, I'm assuming you got 18?
Yes, I got 18.
Ten or higher. What'd you get?
12.
Okay, so Renora?
Yeah, I got a 6.
What did
Hell
what
yeah.
did Silly
Getting it out
get?
early.
Woo! Right? Thank God.
Silic got a 12.
So glad I refreshed this water. I feel so hydrated.
All right, so as combat starts, you can see her immediately cover herself with the shield as all the fate shrouds summon, but instead of this time them attacking you in various spots and then eventually summoning a harbinger, they immediately just come in and summon a harbinger. Where before they created themselves an essence copy of Valer Valera, and this time they created an essence copy of Gladlin.
That is one
Both
thing why he was on the
Gladlin. So basically, anybody that's within the steps are currently shielded. So, I'll also imply that while while the attacks hit the shield, no one inside took damage, but it looks like the shield itself took damage. So,
Right, makes
Okay.
sense.
we start off with Murdermans.
I am taking my dagger of Elasna's blessing and shoving it into this
Yes,
wherever the light
that's
is
what I
coming
was
from the
Shove
sarcophagus.
it where
Okay.
the sun doesn't shine.
All right,
Like this little
'Cause I
thing
wanted to
right
disrupt
here.
it.
The
Yeah.
projector screen, yeah.
all right.
That
So
would be a good
go
idea.
ahead and roll the hit.
The reset button.
Okay. Oh,
Control Alt Delete.
17.
17. That is a hit.
Yay.
Roll that beautiful damage.
So that would be.
Holy shit.
Oh, that's a lot of dice. 43.
How much?
That's a
You
lot
love
of
your
dice.
rolls.
43. Okay, so you take your dagger and you immediately jam it in there as you immediately get like this almost eldritch electrical kind of feedback. As it starts shortening out, the energy from that beam starts to go out, at least temporarily.
Yes. Yes.
How do I draw on this thing?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, which one did she throw?
She went this way.
That one.
Oh.
So
Okay.
maybe we should all try that.
And then I am gonna move my 30 feet. Just gonna count it out because I'm not very good at. Okay. And I'm going to take my bonus dagger and stab this one.
Sweet.
Okay.
Stabby, stabby, stabs.
Stabby, stabby.
Stabby.
19.
19's a hit.
Do I get sneak attack for this?
For those, yeah, you do.
Okay, then 29.
29.
Sweet.
And
Alright,
then now I will.
it is damaged but not destroyed. Or at least it's
Okay.
not like the other one. Okay. So immediately the Gladlin copy, the Harbinger, starts moving out of the shield. It's going to go for the first one it sees, which is Helga.
Oh no!
Put on on some clothes, goddamn, as she's like dressed in nothing but furs. Like,
Right?
I should probably pull up Gladden's character real quick. Give me a second.
That's probably a good idea.
You won't do anything.
He's just gonna tickle you to death.
yeah.
Gives you a big hug.
He's immediately going to charge these gauntlets that are attached to his armor. He's going to attack with Violent Vengeance.
Mm-hmm. That sounds fun.
26 to hit.
Uh-huh.
Violent vengeance.
Vengeance.
You take 26 points of damage. Take into account some of that's cold and some of it's force. Does that make any difference?
I don't think so. Let me just double check, but I don't think so.
No.
Mhm.
Discord just like froze for a second. That was weird. We
Oh.
lost connection.
Shh, don't say that.
So-
Yeah. Might.
Well, we just did.
No, it didn't.
Well,
I didn't see it freeze on my
Even
side,
if it
but
did, it didn't.
Oh,
I'm gonna
well,
go with
then
no because I don't
Okay.
actively remember. Yeah, we'll just
okay.
say it.
26 points of damage. And I just gotta remember. Okay. And then he is gonna use his extra attack to attack you again with the Violent Vengeance.
Mhm.
31 to hit.
Oh yeah, of course.
For another 26 points of damage.
Oh, this is fun.
As he immediately strikes you with his right hand, then strikes you with his left hand, and then strikes again with the right and strikes with the left. As you immediately see like this impulse of both this kinetic energy and this ice just fly against you as it keeps like breaking against your chest. Bonus action. Spend a key point to do Fury of Blows, so he's gonna do it again.
Mhm. Well, have fun in this fight, guys.
Because why not?
23 to hit.
Uh-huh.
20 points of damage. And 15 to hit.
Nope, 15 misses.
Okay, so he misses you with his other one, and does he have anything else?
And he's just gonna keep on wailing.
And that is his turn. That's Gladden's turn. We now go to Norin.
Alright. Norris gonna use his Eldritch.
You're over there.
Yeah, oh yeah. I know.
Oh yeah.
Norris gonna hit the one, the sarcophagus, or the thing that's producing the energy.
Yep,
That's in between me and Murdermans here.
got it.
And I will do that with my first attack with Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Blah, blah, blah,
Blast.
blah.
Cool. It's an absurdly large number, 28.
28 is a hit.
Oh, good.
The big bad is actually the coffin. Miss.
What?
The coffin is actually a mimic.
Ah!
Cool. We got.
Don't give the DM ideas.
You thought Gladden was the problem. Now you're surrounded by 6 giant mimics that has Eldritch energy.
That'd be pretty badass, actually. That was kind
Oh
of
god, that would be really scary. And then
17 plus
Seraphina
6
would
is
just be like,
23
nope,
plus
nope,
5, 28 damage.
Okay, 28 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay, so
is it
this one is
still-
destroyed, or at least
Okay.
you know, temporarily destroyed.
Okay. Second attack. Do I just keep hitting? Or I could help out, make sure they could just wail on.
I could help out.
Could.
I'm like, do I want to do the one nearby me and hit with Vampiric Touch? But it has nothing to absorb, so I don't think it would be as effective. I'll hit the one on the opposite side of me.
With what?
With Eldritch
Blast.
Blast, of course.
Okay. So this one?
You silly.
I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just double checking.
No, no, yeah. No, that's totally cool.
Okay.
No. 17.
17's a hit.
Okay. Cool. Not as cool as the other one, but still. 10 plus 7 is 17 plus 5
22.
is 22. Yes.
Okay. 22 points. And someone keeps targeting. Someone keeps doing this. Are you targeting this, or were you targeting the one by you?
He was targeting this one
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
because he was doing Eldritch Blast, which is a range attack, so
Gotcha.
he couldn't
Okay.
do it to the other one.
just making sure.
Oh, I should have twinned it. Whatever. I don't care.
You're learning. You're learning.
Yeah, no. So cool. Bonus action. I will, I guess, start wailing on the one behind me with, I guess I could do it with Fury. Do I do it with unarmed strike? Yeah, I could do it for
You can do it with unarmed strike. Yeah. If you so
Yeah,
if you don't want to spend the key point, you just get one unarmed strike. If you want to save your key points. As a bonus action.
Be spicy. We'll be spicy. We'll do it. We'll do it. That's fun. I think I just have to spend one. Alright, then I hit with my staff twice.
Okay.
So I just roll straight damage for that? Or do I
Oh no, you still gotta
You still have to
hit.
hit it.
Yeah, you still gotta hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Monk stuff. Yeah, 22 is fine.
Yep.
Cool. 6. So then I hit it for. Let's see. So I do first damage. First blow was 4.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, first blow is. I rolled a 3, so it's 2. And then do I do damage twice for Fury blows?
Only if
do I
you
roll
spend the
for
key point, but you still gotta roll again.
Yes, I did. Oh, I still have to roll again. Okay, so the first one's 3. Alright, I'm learning monk things, folks.
Yeah, no worries.
Sorry.
That's alright. You're good.
No, yeah, arbitrarily high is 23.
Yep.
I guess I should be using it with my 2 guns. So I should be doing this. Cool. 3 damage again.
Okay.
It's still fine.
Cool. All right. Murph.
Okay. Before he takes off, he's going to look to Seraphina. We had an agreement. Keep us alive! And he's going to take off running towards the Harbinger.
Okay.
I got to select him. Hold on. And then as he comes up with his right Belrog gauntlet, he's going to jump in the air, and his first attack is going to smash down into its face.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
That's going to be a 24 to hit.
24 is to hit.
Okay. And then as he comes down, he's going to backhand him with the same gauntlet, which would be a 28 to hit.
That's a hit.
And then he's also going to action surge.
Are you doing the damage for these?
He's just doing this
I'm-
first. Yeah, he's just doing this.
Oh,
You
okay.
got it. I want to see how
fine.
many hit first, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So as the backhand hits, he's going to action surge, and that same hand's going to come down, clubbing on top of the head. And as that comes down, his emerald shin blade encased knees are going to come up, so the knee and the final hammer fists meet each other with the head in the middle, hopefully.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. The hit.
Okay.
So 24 to hit, 28 to hit, and then finally
20 is a miss.
No, 28
Oh, 28. Okay, that's it.
For
Okay,
the
yeah.
third attack.
and 24.
Okay, that's a hit.
Okay, so all 3 hit.
Well, 4, I think, right? Because you did. Is it 3 attacks or 4 attacks?
Yeah, so he did it 24, 28, and 24, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are some weird measurements.
Ah, damn.
Kristen's a beanpole.
Oh, my bonus action attack is a 22. Does that hit?
That's a miss.
Okay.
22 was a miss on the green one.
If anybody
love
remembers level 20 Gladlin, he has some high AC.
Yes.
Yeah, he
Because
does.
he's like a monk.
He's a
Druid.
monk druid. Yeah, he's a monk druid.
It's fucking
Sure.
broken, is what he is.
Yeah, because his unarmored defense is crazy, plus he's got his braces with defense.
Also, on the chat, someone redeemed that we all stretch.
We stretch. We're supposed to stretch. Stretch. Stretch.
Look at that. Yeah.
Wow, we've never all stretched together before. My God.
Group yoga, let's do it.
Oh gosh, this actually feels really good. Thank you, whoever
Yeah.
it was.
We need to do goat yoga together, guys. I feel like that'd be so much fun.
You can have fun with that.
Now I should put some redeeming points that you spent some points.
That
Everybody's got to
sounds
do like 10
bad.
push-ups. Come on, let's do this. Put out some 10 push-ups.
You do
Yeah,
push-ups.
hold
No.
on. We
ready.
hold this combat so we can all take.
Yeah, I could do
Let's
push-ups.
go.
That's as good as.
Be lucky to get one.
You're lucky to get one.
Everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one.
Anyways, all right. What's all of our damage, Murph?
Yeah.
40 points of damage.
Okay.
And that's going to end my turn.
All
You guys
right,
attention.
all right. Seraphina.
Okay, gonna shoot him.
Shoot him good.
Get out the way.
Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way.
Move.
30 to hit.
That's a hit.
21 damage for the first shot.
Okay.
Second shot. 27 to hit.
27's a hit.
21 damage again.
Woo, right. Cool.
Fourth or second or third one. That is a natural 20 for a 34 damage.
Sure,
which
why
is
not?
31
Huzzah.
plus 12.
Okay, so 43.
Okay. I have one more.
I don't feel so good when you're on the other side, DM.
You're
So-
right.
Oh, weird.
I don't feel good, Mr.
It's
Stark.
31.
Well, hang on. Before you
31?
do the last one, you merely fire off your third one, and it does.
Oh, okay.
The harbinger breaks up as the fate shrouds that made it start dissipating away.
Okay. Then that last one's gonna shoot at the shield.
Got it.
So 31 to hit,
31's a hit on the shield.
17 damage.
Got it.
And then I would be like, how's that, Murph? Did that help you?
You done well. I appreciate it.
Now get those glowing whatever coffin things stopping.
Okay. It is Celine's turn.
No, I mean, it doesn't have to be. It really doesn't.
It's okay. It's totally
Don't have,
fine.
Like, you know, she wanted to
I
take
gotta
a minute.
Comes
So, like,
Wait, I found a skip card.
Right.
Plain Uno, right?
She did just watch her Harbinger get one punched, man. Like, you know, it's okay if she needs a minute.
She is actually going to. Let's see how. She kind of needs.
Give up.
No,
The
she
word
kind of
you're
needs him to
looking
come
for.
back, so
Give
she's
up.
gonna
She's gonna be like-
cast. She's gonna cast 4th level spell to resummon Gladlin. So the fates come back to reform him.
That's alright. We can do this. We
I like
could
the
do
give
this.
up idea.
We could do this. You know,
I could
little
do this
circus
all
all day.
day.
That's her action.
Speak for yourself.
Calm down, Steve.
And she is going to.
Take 2 giant steps and go. So,
All right, she's going to cast another level 4 spell and use her legendary ability. And until the beginning of her next turn, everybody has disadvantage.
Okay.
Wonderful.
That is the end of her turn. We're gonna go to Helga.
Cool. Helga just got her shit kicked in. It's a little not fun. Thanks Murph for coming to
Suck it up and get to work.
just
Fall out.
You could try attacking
It's a hell
this
of a
thing
motivator.
if you
No,
want.
I'm gonna move my 40 feet and go to this one.
I'm sorry, you
Okay.
only have 2 feet. You don't have 40 feet.
Aw, shucks, I'm not a caterpillar. Little centipede.
If I can learn one dance move, that would be it.
That'd be hell of a
For real,
glitch in the
though.
game. You just see Helga with like 40 feet just like crawling all over the place. Like, what the fuck is this madness?
She shifts and now she's got extra legs.
She doing like the doggy army crawl where they're like, come
Yeah.
here.
So it turns into some kind of eldritch horror. Yeah.
Put your ass down. They can see you still.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Dad jokes, everybody. I got him.
And
We're
then
here all
she's
night.
gonna
Ba-dum-bum.
take she's gonna bonus action rage just in case she gets hit again because
Sure.
she's upset. Upsetty spaghetti.
Can't
knees
imagine
weak,
why.
Arms heady. Mom spaghetti.
Yeah, that's why.
Mom
somebody
spaghetti.
said flat shot.
Mom spaghetti. Knees weak.
Flat
Arms
shot
heavy.
tonight.
Sorry, we already
Um,
have a Slim Shady in this group, but it ain't you.
I know.
We got Murder Mittens,
I
that's
know.
Slim Shady.
Murder mittens. Trust me, I'm not trying to. She's got the spot. It's literally her name. And then I'm gonna take out the.
Easy, Joe. Didn't put up the mature rating yet.
Well, no, we actually do have the mature rating up. Yeah, we do. We actually have that
Whip it out, Helga!
up. No, do not whip it out. We don't have that kind of mature rating. Keep that shit there.
Well,
I didn't
that's
say
okay.
what.
Just
Nice
give it
axe.
the axe. The axe.
The axe.
Yep.
A-X-E. I don't want to see any axe on the stream either.
Yeah, whip out that axe. Swing it all around. Throw it.
Mhm.
Throw around.
Will you hit? Damn it.
Yes, I'm deciding which axe I want to use. Leave me alone.
Just use
Left
one
axe
already.
or right
Just
axe?
use
Team
me.
problems. Which axe to use?
I got 99 problems, but an axe ain't one.
That's 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
Cool. And then that was the one that Norin already damaged, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The bombing claims. Available for chin machines.
Have you ever driven down a highway and blasted a zombie with an eldritch blast? Ford F-150 has.
That's how it feels to drive a new Ford.
Right?
God.
This is a clip in the making, guys.
I have
This is
seen this
exactly what
commercial.
it
Like
is.
all of a sudden, this big huge redneck just driving down 411 for Eldritch Blast and just playing it right on the track.
It's Chris Carter.
You gotta like nail like an arch lynch and a redneck together.
Right.
So it's like a trucker hat that says like "I love dead
It's
people."
when, right, but when you pull the actual horn,
The horn.
and the Eldritch Blast comes out.
Eldritch Blast.
The joke just
That'd be
writes itself.
very difficult to do because that would just go straight up.
Oh my god, hold.
No, I could.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. It goes. That's the issue with the scenario. Then it goes straight up.
You know,
Okay,
gravity,
got it.
things.
Yeah, okay.
Alright.
Let's
Okay.
ignore everything prior to that.
Sorry.
So,
On a tangent.
Sorry, guys.
No, Helga just needs to
dude,
attack.
I'm
I
gonna
know,
drop
but then we
that
got
now.
distracted talking about Eldritch Blast trucks.
I'm
so
totally gonna drop.
Throw that axe around, girl.
9 bludgeoning,
Uh huh.
and then
Do it again.
16 slashing.
Okay, the machine is malfunctioned.
Sweet. Do it again.
Damage. Danger
Cool.
Robinson.
And
These vampires are gonna be pissed.
Who is fucking up my coffin?
No, I just imagine they're gone. They're out for the night, and then they come back. What the fuck happened?
right. And then I'm gonna actually take out my other axe. The warping. I use the horde breaker on this one.
Uh-huh.
Then I'm gonna take out my warping axe and
Whip it out, girl.
Beat it. Yeah,
just beat it. Just beat it.
Yeah. I think that's. Oh yeah, I got plenty of space. So, yeah, I'm gonna yeet the warping axe to this one. I'm trying to hit
You
it.
didn't break me. It's just I'm just like, oh good.
Yep. You missed us.
Okay, Murph, sit down.
You signed up for this.
You can do a Janet Jackson or Michael Jackson.
Jackson.
Yep.
Just
So
beat
that's a
it.
22 to hit this
That's a hit.
one.
Yep.
Okay, then I'm going to I'll roll damage first. Is what I'm gonna do. Plus 3 and 2d6 force damage. That is 9 force damage, and then. Oh, I'm only using one hand, so that is 8. And then that is 10 slashing.
Okay, that one is malfunctioned.
And then I'm gonna pay a charge and bop over there.
Okie dokie.
Beep boop bop.
Beep boop bop.
Anything else?
No, because I used my bonus action to rage, so.
Okay, Silic's turn.
Does the shield look any less stable since we've been knocking all these around?
Not necessarily. It doesn't seem to have. You can't tell any like physical description of change in the shield.
Okay.
Does it look less shieldy?
Does it look less
Is it
like
vibrant? Is it vibrant?
Silic is going to run. He's going to try to start attacking the shield itself. So he is going to roll for 28 to hit, which it does. For 36 points of damage, so he does enough damage to crack the shield as the shield does break, as the shield is no longer protecting at the moment.
Oh.
But the energy that's still on the 2 coffins is still being sent to her staff. He is going to do an extra attack to attack Gladlin Harbinger.
Don't die, Silic.
29 hit, which it does. For 30 points of damage. What the hell? Okay. And then he is going to spend his packed weapon charge, and he's going to attack again. 33 to hit, which does 35 to hit. 35 points of damage. Okay, and that's his turn. We go to Renora.
Woohoo! Okay. Oh man. Since I'm right
Choices.
here,
Choices.
You might as well, like.
I might as well
Decisions.
hit this bad boy.
Hit it good.
This coffin. Hit it.
Oh,
15.
the front or
15
the
to
back?
And 17 damage.
Okay.
That's why I was on the wrong thing. Second attack. 11
11 to
on the
hit.
coffin.
Miss.
Oh, ignore that.
Okay.
And then bonus action. will do dual wield. Time. Wait. 21.
21's a hit.
Or another 18 damage on that bad
Okay,
boy.
so that guy's malfunctioned.
Cool. And then I'm gonna move. Over here.
Sweet.
That's it for me.
Okay.
Awesome. Good job.
Yay.
All right. Cool, cool,
Things.
cool. Top of the round to Mittens.
I'm
Mins.
going to throw.
Just
my
to remind you, the
dagger.
shield is down, even though.
Right.
Even though the one coffin's still up.
Correct.
So you
Then
could technically
I am going to shoot her
Okay.
or throw my dagger at her.
Shoot her!
Shoot her with the dagger.
Shoot her!
31 to hit.
Shoot her!
Stabby,
What's
stabby.
a hit?
For 31.
Yeah.
Stab.
That is a lot of
Odd
dice.
I do not get sneak attack, so it is only.
Well, let's see. Where are you? Yes, you do get a sneak attack because she's not looking in
Yeah.
your direction.
Oh, 48 to hit.
48 points of damage, you mean?
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
Yes.
All right.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action and use I just saw it. Steady aim.
Mm-hmm.
So by not moving anywhere, I get advantage on my next turn.
Got it. Okie dokie. Gladlin, Harbinger's turn. Gladlin's going to attack Silik. This is going to be weird because I'm going to be attacking my own character. Alright.
No.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Yeah.
Stop hitting
Yeah,
yourself.
right.
So he's going to use his violent vengeance against him.
Is it masturbation?
No.
25, which hits.
You said that out loud.
So he takes
I see
16
you.
points.
I told you I felt judged when they put up those new criteria.
And he's going to do his extra against him. 24. So that hits. He's going to take more damage.
Can you do a conversation between the two while they're fighting?
Nope.
Sure
28
can.
points of damage.
Gotcha.
Also, the
No, no,
Harbinger
yeah,
doesn't speak.
Stabby, stabby. Ow.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a new tier.
And
Yeah,
then
well,
he
the
is going
conversation
to.
is ow,
Gladlin
ow,
is going
ow.
to see the last coffin left. And he is going to. He is going to do insect plague on that area around coffin.
Cool.
So,
Decide. Protein.
so it's actually going to hit both Renora and Murph. I need you both
no.
to make me a Constitution saving throw, as he immediately starts shooting up like a bunch of like locusts at your direction.
It's the plague.
Yay, 17.
Fail.
What?
It's a DC 19.
What?
It's a
Okay, I failed
Yeah,
too.
What?
Okay.
It's a high one.
it's a high one.
What?
So
Yeah. No.
Jesus.
so you both are going to take 38 points of damage.
Oh, cool.
Yikes.
Yeah, creature.
Renora, don't forget you heal 1d6 per turn with your cloak.
Yes.
And then he's gonna keep concentrating on that. So if you don't move out of that spot, so I'm gonna. So basically, here, let me make a circle about where that
That's
is.
a privilege rolled. Oh. We can't see the privilege roll.
Oh, it's a self roll.
All the private.
It says private.
Privately
Roll.
privileged.
Secret.
Secret,
so-
Secrets are no
secret.
fun.
As long as it's concentrated in that spot, that is constantly affected by the actual spell. So if you stay in the, if you start your turn, or I'm sorry, I think it's if you start your turn in that spot, you can choose to sacrifice your action to make another Constitution saving throw. If you fail, you will take more damage.
To stay, or we can move out of the spot.
You can move out of the spot, but it's still at the beginning of your turn.
Okay.
And then he is going to bonus action. He's gonna actually spend the key point to disengage, and he's actually gonna. He's going. Oh, that's what the hell? I won't let me move gladly.
It won't let you move in.
It's because he's concentrating.
The shit.
Look at.
Move yourself.
Or groove yourself, depending on how you're feeling that day.
You broke the game by attacking your own self.
Right?
The Matrix was not.
You're broke.
That Matrix.
You're not supposed to interact with yourself when you go back in time, bro.
Can't let you
I
feel
got
self
it. Okay.
past self.
So he's gonna move down here, and he is going to attack Renora directly with Fear Blows.
Okay.
Ripperino.
30 points. 30. I mean, it's 30 to hit. So you take 9 points of damage, and then do it again. This time he's gonna apply his Thorn Whip with it.
Yeah. Whip.
Whip it good.
14 to hit.
Don't encourage
Nope.
him.
Okay. All right.
You don't know
That's the end
Gladwin.
of-
He
that's-
didn't need encouragement.
Yeah. Noreen, your turn.
All right. The shields are down, and she was. We
The
said
shields
she-
are
I
down,
think I'm-
Captain.
Yeah.
I don't have the power.
Water. We're dead in the water. We have a Klingon,
This is
sir.
This is highly unlovely.
So I didn't know if this center spot is it elevated?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Downstairs.
Okay.
yeah, it's 10 feet high.
Okay.
He's on her high horse.
So
Pretty
I
much.
think I can still do it. Yeah, because I got 35 feet of movement. But I think I can still climb up and be right FaceTime with her.
Okay.
FaceTime with her.
FaceTime. Alright.
Oh.
And then I'm going to, with my first attack, hit with the Vampiric Touch.
Okay.
Try it. Let's try the thing we talked about. Woo! Yeah. So first attack is 25.
Yep.
Sweet. Okay. And then that's 5d6. Uh, 19 on the first damage, and can
Okay.
I twin it?
Absolutely.
I guess. Okay. So I spent 2 spell staff charges.
Okay.
I don't think I have to spend the extra spell slot.
Nope.
Because I don't think no. So that's
You're
cool.
spending key points or staff?
It's part of his
so
staff.
staff.
It's part of his staff.
Oh.
So then do I roll to hit again? correct?
Yes. Yeah. You rolled the hit again.
Cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you don't, because you're attacking the same person, so you do not have to. It's only if you attack
Oh,
another
well,
person with a twin, so you
That
do
would
not
have
have
been
to.
cool, but okay.
Unless you got an
Oh,
natural 20, then I'll allow it.
No, I got no. It was I rolled and I got an 18,
Okay.
and then I did 11.
Gotcha.
That's fine. It was just for practice.
There's a lot of dice.
Yes.
A lot of shaky.
It's fine.
I
Noreen
dig
can
it.
do a lot of added damage.
Now that we know how to use it.
Yep.
Knowing is
Nice to see how the other side lives.
Right.
Well, you
Yeah.
gotta remember, we
Yeah, the
were
other side.
gods and we came back.
18.
Yeah, the other side.
18 damage.
That's
All right.
funny. We understand.
So I
Mhm.
think that was 18 last time, so I don't need any more health, but I would have healed for 26.
Gotcha.
I need
Okay,
help,
fair
give
enough.
it to me.
Can't.
Just to rub it in, you know. So that was the first attack.
More of a cleric now.
Second attack.
Kidoki.
Should I just go balls out? Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Do
yeah,
it.
yeah. Just
Helga
do
whipped it out.
again. Sure.
Helga already whipped it out. Balls out.
Mm-hmm.
It's spooky 20.
Spooky 20. Go for it.
All right, so that was
Yeah, butts out, nuts out. Let's go.
Real glad you
Out,
put that
nuts
mature
out.
rating.
That's.
Butts out, nuts out.
I hate it.
Listen, butts are out. Nuts are out.
Now we're definitely gonna have to put more of a warning on.
You bet me. You knew this was coming.
8 plus 9 is 17, plus 3 is 20.
Okay.
And then, I don't have the spell slot, but I'll still do, for my bonus action, I could still just whack with the stick.
Okay. Whack with the stick.
I can't do it with the...
Whipped it out. Balls out.
Whack it with the
Whack
stick.
it with a
That's where your
stick,
cats
huh?
learn from it.
Whack it with a stick.
Butts out, nuts out. Whack it with a stick.
Yeah, the two
I
hand.
hate it.
The new Irish Cricket song.
Right?
What's that?
19.
Yep.
Okay.
It's like the worst
Cool.
thing.
5
Or the
damage.
best.
5. All right. Cool.
Or the best.
And then since I spent to keep. Did I spend?
No, you didn't. You did a staff
I did.
point.
Oh, okay.
You did staff points.
Yeah.
2 words. T-shirt.
Okay. Yeah. I'm cool.
All right. Awesome. Nice move. Murph.
It's okay.
Okay, player to DM, I got a question. What size is the Harbinger versus Seline? I mean, I assume Seline is human size.
Yeah, Seline is medium size, which is a natural humanoid size. Harbinger is the same size. Harbinger is roughly about 6 feet tall, but still considered a medium-sized creature.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
So you are technically taller than the Harbinger.
That's all I need to know. Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Murph is going to run. And as
Before you start, you are
Yeah.
inside the actual field, so you got to give me a Constitution check or saving throw first to see if you're affected by the actual.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought I could move.
Nope. So you gotta you have to actually do the
Start
Constitution
your
saving throw first.
Start.
16.
Fails, so you are gonna take damage again.
Fun.
So you'll still get the move, but that sacrifices your action, and it forces you to do it. So
Okay. Can still move. Ow!
So you take 24 points of piercing damage, and that takes
Wow.
away your action for your turn, but you still can move and do a bonus action.
So that fucked everything up.
Yeah, it did.
Bonus action. Do you have bonus action? Do you have bonus actions?
I mean,
Mhm.
he can technically bonus action still punch somebody, but if his turn revolves around him using an action to do something like this, kind of fucks it up.
Okay. I'm going to move up to Seline then.
Okay,
And I just want to check what else I can do for a bonus action.
fair enough.
So because I sacrificed my action, I can't do my attack, correct?
Can't do your what?
Second attack?
No,
Because
it's not.
technically... Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I thought.
You can only do a bonus action.
Yeah, so you
whenever
can still attack as a bonus action with your off arm, but that would only just be one off arm for the turn.
Right. You know what? As my bonus action, I'm going to second wind and heal, and that'll be the end of my...
Sounds great. Serafina.
Alright. Oh, we're gonna shoot him. Because I can see him.
Got it. You're shooting Gladlin?
Yep.
Okay.
29 to hit.
feelings.
That's a hit.
33 damage for
Okie
the first
dokie.
one.
Got it.
She said she could do this all day. 25 to hit.
That's a hit.
30 damage.
Okay, he is destroyed.
Sweet. And then I'm going to switch. The next one's going straight to her. 25 to hit.
25's a hit.
25 damage. And last one.
Okay, so before you do that, you immediately and what are you using to actually attack? What is this? Like a spell?
No, this is my actual bow. And I have 4 actions to that I can do at a time.
4 attacks or.
Okay, so as you fire off the strings of your bow, you immediately hit her as she starts getting phased out, as you start to see her body starting to wither away and starting to get older and aged. She starts screaming out in pain. She just immediately starts roaring out as she starts phasing herself back further south into the chamber. Combat's done.
Okay.
I told you, while she's phasing out, I go, I told you I could do this all day! Alrighty. How's everyone looking? I'm gonna come over here.
Pretty
As
good.
Gladlin officially now the essence is gone, a item just like before in Rin phased out, a trident appeared. This time you see a emerald energy appear. But again, like before, you don't know what it is until someone touches it.
I'll touch it.
You gonna touch it?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Give me 1 second to pull up the...
Make a depth saving throw.
Right.
Possible.
Dexterity saving throw, go.
As immediately, just like Gladlin's, Gladlin's, what was it called? Violent Vengeance. You immediately see these 2 gauntlets that appear that are made out of pure emerald. As they start floating on your hands.
Hmm. Who's he? I look around and I'm like, okay,
To imply these are
Who
weapons, not armor.
that's right. I look at him and be like, who likes to, besides you, Merv, who likes to play with their fists?
He's gonna look to Helga.
Arb, probably.
Yeah, the only thing is that I'll take them for now and we'll figure it out later because I can't have 2 gauntlets at the same time. So
Right.
Right.
either
so
I
you,
lose
you
the
can't
ability
put
to
them on
use my
without.
axe or
Norin's been hitting, right?
Well,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So let's imply,
well-
Helga, these are gauntlets, which you have as a bracer. You can put gauntlets on over a bracer.
Ooh. There you go.
Oh, okay.
But they're 2 different things. You can't have 2 bracers. You can have 2 gauntlets, but you can have one.
Okay.
Yep.
In a gauntlet.
Look at these, bitch!
Okay.
Look
I was
at
just
these.
in her mini it looks gauntlet, so that's why I
So
was
so you have a bracer on, right?
Mhm.
It's tight to the skin. These are bulkier, so you can essentially fit them over it.
over.
Cool.
It's like saying I'm gonna
I'm
put a
half
glove
tempted-
on over my bracelet. It's still gonna fit.
Yeah.
I'm literally half tempted to go get my bracer and my gauntlet and show you.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I can visualize it in
So-
my head. It's just like I said, her mini it looks like a gauntlet, so that's
if
why I was confused.
if you want to pull it out of this D&D Beyond, it is called Essence of Gladlin.
Unless
Oh.
someone else wants it. I'm just
No, go
putting
for
out
it.
whoever
No,
is
that's
it.
cool. Honestly, Nora and I will play forever, and it'd be cool to punch harder, but I
It's
would
up to you
probably
guys.
give it to Nora. Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
if is it RM for M?
No, it's
Essence?
just Essence of Gladlin. I didn't put a beginning part of it.
Okay.
Great. Well, then I'm gonna toss them to.
Does that come with a
Helga.
perfume?
Did
What?
it come with what?
Does that come with a perfume? Essence of
Oh.
Gladlin?
Essence of Gladlin.
Smells like
It'd
It'd be
naked man.
roses. It would smell like roses.
It would smell like roses. Is absolutely what it would be.
Roses and
Mhm.
audacity. No.
Aggression, roses, Gladlin.
Roses like that.
As Seraphina tosses them to Helga, Helga's just gonna bow and like an understanding and thank you.
Okay, who's hurting? Who needs
Me.
heals? We'll come here.
Get the fuck over here.
You toss the gauntlets and then I walk over to you like, oh, I kind of just.
I'll do. I'm gonna do.
We're fucked up.
My
Yeah.
5th level.
Her jaw is dislocated, concussion, you know, like.
Hey, you're fine. Yeah.
I'm gonna do my 5th level mass cure wounds because I don't have. As long as you guys are all within 60 feet of me, you'll get it. Because I can do it at will.
Okay, cool.
So you all get 16 healing.
All right.
Should it be higher than that, hun?
What?
Because it's
The
supposed
5th
to be a
level is
5th
only
level.
16.
Are you clicking on the 5th level version?
Yeah, I did.
I rolled 3d8 plus 2.
Okay, so
So I
yeah,
don't
then
know if
it
that's
did.
only.
Yeah,
And
that's
what
it.
spell are
Yeah,
you doing?
It's the mass cure wounds. It's 5th level. It should be 3d8 plus your spell modifier, and at a higher level, let's see, higher
Mass
level.
cure wounds. Okay, yeah, so it's 3d8 plus 2. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So is that 16?
Yes. It's still 16.
Okay.
So y'all get 16.
All right.
Because you're all within 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So it only gets more powerful if you decide to cast it above a 5th level, but you can't cast higher than 5th level spells.
Nope.
Technically,
But I also-
as an Eldritch Knight, you can't cast higher than 4th level spells, but this is part of your Phoenix power.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna spend a couple charges and get some spell slots back.
Well, and I can also do Healing Word because it's at will also. if you
Yeah,
guys
all
want.
your healing spells are at will for you. Yeah.
So, I will do Healing Word.
I mean, I'm
also.
still well under half, so I'll
Okay.
take anything you're willing to dish out. So
I mean, theoretically, we can just say instead of you having the roll, because you don't run out of healing spells, so you can just heal everyone.
Keep
with your
going?
cures. Yeah, you can just. We don't
Okay.
have to keep rolling for it. You can heal everyone the
We're
next.
full health.
Yeah, but don't take your long rest buttons because it's just healing you. It's not giving you your spells or your abilities back.
Yeah,
Right.
You can
so
just-
you would just
Heal
put
back up.
yourself back
just
up
heal.
to max
Mhm.
heal.
Yep.
Because
Because
I
Seraphina's,
can do
I'm
it.
alive again.
Seraphina's abilities allow her to use all healing spells at will and doesn't charge her power. So
Yes. So you're all got heals.
Yay!
You're all
pop my
max
jaw back
healed
into
again.
place. Like,
all right.
yeah,
Now, are you guys ready? Should we move
Yep.
on?
Let's go.
Yes.
finish this.
Fucking go.
As you
Is there
start to
anything else
Murph,
in
you
here
ready
do
to
we want to
go?
look at before we go?
Are you
Yes.
fucking ready to go?
I don't know, do
wanna
you guys wanna look
investigate
around?
these
Is
coffins
there anything
some more?
that
I
we
mean, I
want
don't.
to...
We
Yeah,
didn't
we
look
can-
at the statue.
Yeah, we could look at
Bernard
the
doesn't
statue.
trust anything she sees here. It all seems like illusions and stuff. So, I mean, if you want to, you can. But
Okay.
I'm following Nora's lead.
Okay. For
I'll go
everyone-
with Norin.
Okay, so whoever wants to check the statue can give me an investigation check on the statue.
Yes, please help. Please.
Stop staring at a fucking
Mirror.
stone, Helga. We got the shit to kill.
Stop staring at a rock. Do you want
What'd you
me
get?
to help you, or no? Am I using my own eyes?
You're using your own eyes.
Use your special eyes.
Alright, murder got 16.
Murder Mittens, are you looking
Hey.
at the statue or are you looking at one of the coffins?
Actually, can I look at one at the coffin?
Okay, you want to look
Yeah,
at
I'm looking
coffins?
at that
Okay.
axe.
Yes, please.
And what have you got in the statue?
I got a 24.
Okay, so as far as the coffins are concerned, each coffin is the same way. You eventually are able to figure out how to open them up. As you do, the ability of the generator stops, and all of them turn off. It looks like they have the ability to repair themselves, as they're almost like immortal machines. Inside themselves are far decayed, what looks like dead warlocks. And the only way you can really tell they're warlocks is based on the wardrobe that they have. Large black and purple and red wardrobed cloaks on. It would look like if you would have got them a long time ago, this would have been quite a lot of spoils to get from, because it looks like they had a lot of staffs and books in them, but due to this is not being preserved whole, the pages have, well, not been preserved, and the staffs themselves have been eroded and decayed due to them being wood.
Makes sense.
It looks like, just as you guys thought, the energy itself is pulling whatever magic is coming from them and is keeping them, even though they are dead, still their energy is still being pulled into these things as
Like
far
a
as
conduit.
a constant battery source.
Magical battery.
It looks like it's also the balance in this area. It looks like this is also the energy that's helping the forest stay alive. It's pulling dark energy and converted into a life force for the forest itself.
Sense.
But as far as anything else important, there's no other symbolism other than just how the batteries work in here. As far as the statue itself, it's the only thing that seems off compared to the rest of the place. The rest of the place seems like it has a purpose. All these magenta, violet-colored batteries. This thing just kind of stands out as a sore thumb. The statue itself is what looks like a female. Looks like a mother, based off the figure, holding 2 children and with like another one kind of like crawling up the shoulder, like playing around. This statue doesn't, it's hard to tell. It doesn't seem to have any symbolism, but like as you touch it, you can just like tell that whatever this is, this was like the only remainder that's been destroyed of whatever the original area of this was, as this was supposed to be maybe a temple to serve the Weird Sisters before maybe they just roam the world. And this is the last piece left that wasn't destroyed and lost to time. But other than that, it has like no symbolism, just as kind of like the last remnant of their time.
Is there a way to get back here? Or is that...
Yeah, well, so, okay, you could just walk back there and there's just like an elevator that goes down.
Oh, it's just an elevator?
Mm-hmm.
Would anyone mind if I smash this statue?
I will assist, because I was thinking the same thing.
Fucking Christ, I love these people! Let's fucking smash it!
Okay, so you guys decide to start swinging on it. Okay, so you guys don't have to roll for that, because you guys can just take time and just keep swinging on it.
I just look at my new gauntlets, and I'm like, let's see what these...
This sound how
Like, even though I don't have to roll, but like,
Yeah.
she's testing out the new...
Sure. So you start testing out the actual force of these specific gauntlets, and you start wailing them. It takes you a few minutes, but you start breaking into it as it's not an indestructible statue. As you start falling apart, surprisingly, it does seem to have an effect on the rest of the place. After it finally falls apart, you do feel kind of like this wave of energy that kind of pulses from it. As a sense of eeriness that originally affected this area now seems to not go away, but seems to kind of mellowed out slightly.
Okay.
I'm gonna spit on the statue once
I
it's all
need-
bubble.
Everyone to give me a perception check.
Okay.
Perception.
Ooh, boy.
What's your up IC?
My
What are your
alpine
alpines?
is
Not much. Not much, apparently.
Oh, 20.
16.
14.
18.
A whole 6.
Okay.
I've been high
So
enough.
raise your hands. Raise your hand if you got 18 or higher. Okay. So the two of you start to hear a whisper that's surrounding the air, circling from wall to wall, pleading. You hear the words once again of Seraphina and Norin. Someone's trying to contact once again.
Do an Arcana check.
Sure.
Yeah, I could do the same.
Not with a 2. It was almost a 20.
Oh, why'd you do that? I got a 1.
Why'd you jinx it?
I will try since I am perceiving it.
I'm too caught up in my emotions.
Oh,
My emotions.
So
19.
Renora, you start to notice that you can start seeing this person fly around, and it's hard to see for most people, but much like you see the person that was being pulled out before, but they're being stuck in this whirlwind of effect, and they're trying to hold on tight, but they don't have control of it. They're unable to pull themselves out of this on their own. But they're trying to call out the Norn in their field.
How like far up are they?
About 10 feet off the ground, and they just keep getting pulled in this fast vortex that no one can see and no one can really notice.
I'm gonna try to throw some rope to them because I don't have like any magic that I can use to stop it.
Okay. Just roll me a dexterity check or an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Would 15 for Arcana know what's going on?
Not necessarily in this case.
Okay.
Oh, 11?
It's hard to discern exactly when you throw this where they're going to be. They keep moving around so fast. It's like trying to catch a tornado. It's like you can't get one spot in it at the same time twice. Or trash something in that tornado.
I was gonna say, I see what Renor is trying to do, and to say, point it out to me. I'll cast.
Oh, cast the spell magic, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you're able to work together, and you cast the spell magic again. As once again, this time she falls,
I
but
didn't
she
actually like show anything. Okay, never mind.
she's able to like land on the ground. As she's like, "All right, before you say anything, I only got a couple seconds."
Before she starts, I run in and I throw the necklace over her neck.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Weird. Okay.
Okay. All right. So you throw. All right. So you throw the necklace over her neck, as she is not a corporeal object that phases through.
Oh.
It falls to the ground.
Falls to the ground.
Okay. It's worth a try.
But
I didn't know.
She just like doesn't even bother looking at you. She immediately just like looks. She's like, hang on. Okay, so she's not ready for you. She's got one of her prisoners. She's gonna use her against you. And she looks back at Silik, and you can see like a couple like dry tears coming out of her eyes. It's like, I'm sorry. There's not much I can do about it. As she just sits like looking at all of you. I'm sorry. And then she gets pulled back into the shadows.
I look at Silik and be like, I look at him and go, when was the last time you saw your sister?
She starts like looking like upset and starts shaking. That's really complicated. It's been a while. I mean it's been before I was definitely in jail.
And you left your daughter somewhere safe, right?
Well,
His
I
daughter was
left
back
her.
with
I left her
us.
with your friends.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll be honest.
Murph's gonna pick up the necklace and go, Silik, let me ask you a question. Are you more loyal to what we're doing here or your sister?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm loyal to her memory.
Remember that, and not what we face. Because I got a feeling you'll be seeing her in some form or another soon. But that's not your sister. Stand firm.
I can't be possible. I'm. As you can just start seeing him start to shake.
He's gonna go over, put a hand on her shoulder. Stand firm.
He just immediately like knocks her shoulder off. She's dead.
Dad?
Is she?
I look at him like, nothing's truly dead in these realms.
Side eye at Norin.
Fair. Yeah.
Believe me,
And
there's
weren't we told
different
to
thi-
watch what we
there's-
see in here too? So it may not even be
there's-
real.
Yeah.
There is different, I guess you would say, definitions of death.
True.
If you, there's ways And if she has the same abilities that you have, believe me, I've seen a lot over the years. And
I was dead.
And many things can happen. So that's why we're saying this. Or is there anyone else in your life? Because they're obviously calling out you. Some relation to you is the reason why they are letting us know, and they looked directly at you and said, "I'm sorry."
Right.
So that either means it's someone in your family or someone who you hold dear.
You immediately see from where he was shaking, he was confused and concerned, to immediately focused, and his eyes start to glow teal, black. As he immediately grabs his sword, unsheathes it, and immediately runs to the elevator. Well, are we fucking going or what?
Yes, we are.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Touched a nerve. Someone's a little spicy
Someone's
sea slug
upsetty.
over here.
As we start going in the elevator, I'm then he's gonna shuffle back to Helga and Renora. Keep a fucking eye on him. If he hesitates, we do what needs to be done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll be willing to help anyone in need, but
I love right now that just outside DM thing. I love right now that everybody's doing the Ryan emojis right now on the screen.
Oh.
I go with the hat dip.
Right.
Ooh, the lore, the drama.
It was like
The
it's somebody you
drama.
care about, like.
Andrew, you need a fan.
Yeah.
We'll get you a fan.
Yeah. Andrew, we need
I
to
feel-
get you a fan.
In person, I'll bring my spare one, and then you can use
I
that.
There you
can't.
go.
Birthday.
Listen, I can't have a fan. If I have a fan, I'm not going to be able to not talk in a Southern Belle accent. I declare, this
Okay.
has
Praise-
ruined my
Praise her heart. Praise her.
Bless her heart.
We'll just have Angel make you we'll just have Angel make you an actual, tinfoil hat. There you go.
There we go.
There we go. Yes.
It's not just a door. It's not a door. It's not a chest. Those aren't coffins. They're mimics.
Angel says we better explain, or else.
Oh, yeah?
Well, okay, so I assume we all go in the
Alright,
elevator
so we're
then.
going down
Or
this elevator. We're going in the elevator.
Yeah.
Silic
Right,
moved to the elevator. Sarah
Down to the
was
depths.
was on
We're
his
going
toes.
down,
We're going.
down. Yeah, we're going down there.
Okay, so you all head in the elevator as Stolik immediately knows how to use this thing as he puts his hand on it. This arcane light glows. There's this aura around you, and then instead of the elevator moving, you almost got kind of pulled down and phased through it, through this this energy tunnel. Start falling into this void slowly but surely. Not fast where oh god, fuck. You're moving very, very slow and cautiously. It's going stop like an elevator would. As you can just see around you, just see this large void. No floors, no walls, just an emptiness, a vacuum. Just being pulled down it. As it's going down. It takes about a couple minutes. That Silk's just fucking hurry up. God damn it. And it just keeps going, it just keeps going. Until you eventually see, as you get closer, about 100 feet up, you see this ground level floor of this large ritualistic chamber.
Okay.
Probably about 200 feet wide. No ceiling, obviously, due to the fact that you can see. Completely circular. Made of blues, purples, and reds. Not blood ritual, as more like warlocks would use, but more kind of energy based on holy light. Less dark magic and light magic instead.
Mm-hmm.
So you get down, Start looking around. What do y'all want to do? You enter in this large room. There doesn't seem any doors anywhere. In fact, the way that you fell in, you just fell into the room. No doors.
I'm staying on Silik's heels.
I'm keeping an eye out for Serena to come back or anybody down there, movement, anything.
I guess if it looks more religion based, can I do a check?
Yeah, you can give me a religion check.
What? We just see like the light energy around us.
So the way it is that the floor itself is a giant ritualistic symbol. Large lights, almost kind of like LEDs, almost stretched through the room. And considering the original raiment, this is not like, it doesn't necessarily look fully man-made. It looks like it's actually made out of pure magic. Almost kind of like more science-y, less arcane. As it's almost like chambers of light instead of just light being pressed into the floor.
Okay.
You actually have to be careful of like not tripping over certain parts of the ritual. But it's pristine.
Okay.
Starts off in the center, as these 8 specific circular shapes are surrounding this one shape. I'm sorry. Yeah, 8 circular shapes surrounding this one large circular shape. And off of each shape, there pulls off another line that leads out to almost to the end of the circle. And it creates another circle. And then those all connect to each other. For anybody's proficient religion, it can be a religion check on what this is.
Helga's just rubbing her forehead like
yeah,
how magic makes my
I
brain.
do not want to be in a ritual.
Magic.
I don't want to be at the center of a ritual, so I'm like trying to find where the edge of it is so I can hopefully get there.
Hurts my brain.
Sounds like it goes on forever though.
Yeah, I did 11 to start.
Okay.
For a religion check.
If you're not proficient in religion, you can still make it, but you gotta give it to me at disadvantage.
Okay.
Well, why not? We will try.
I get. I don't know if it would apply, but if I'm trying to recall information about fae, fiends, or undead, would that apply here or no?
Not to this.
Okay.
I got a 4.
3.
I got a 5.
I got a 9.
We're
We're all
all
smart.
With the amount of
So
time
good
that you
at
guys
religion?
have, you're
Single
unable to really
dick.
understand what this is.
Can I do an insight check on Silik?
Sure.
I would like can we see the end of the light circles, or is it just seem like it goes on? Like, is it just the
So
1, 2, and then we can't see past that?
no, they just the end circles lead to the walls.
It's just the walls.
Mm-hmm. The walls
Ugh.
themselves do have like artwork on them. They seem to be of specific people, but they're not like
Okay.
portraits. They're like, it's like if someone just took the person, no background, nothing, and just slapped their image to the wall. It's not an artwork, it's just that person against it. Without any coloring, it's just like someone took that and just put their edging of their frame on the wall.
I don't like this.
I want to go investigate that more
Yeah.
closely.
Same.
I'll say if anybody wants to work together to take time to look at the floor, you can at least give me an investigation on the floor.
I'm gonna stay right next to Silik the whole time.
By the way, someone did an insight check on Silik, I believe.
Yeah, and I only got a 6.
Okay. I mean, he's pissed.
I'll help investigate the floor. Oh, nope.
What? Why are all the bad rolls happening?
Yeah.
Now,
Take-
when we
take
need
that
to know
out.
when we want the drama, we want the morsels of lore. We're not being lore goblins.
Nope, not allowed.
I don't know what else everybody else got, but
Mitten's
thing is,
got a 12.
yeah, there you go.
Still,
And I got a
sorry.
13.
Not
yeah.
enough, I'm sorry.
Hey, since all this is we're not really landing so hot, Nora will approach the center.
Okay.
And see
Careful.
Okay, you approach the center. Okay, you approach the center. Okay, nothing happens.
Okay.
Okay. I'll say about a good 5-10 minutes has happened.
Okay.
Your presence is obviously alerted in this place, as you start to see that the lights of the ritual is start to lit up.
Oh fuck!
Blues,
No.
purples, and greens. No doors for you to escape on, and there's no way to command the elevator to come back. Norin, you're still in the center. What do you want? Do you want to stay in the center, or do you want to leave the center?
Get out!
Stay.
Get out! Get out!
Want to stay? Okay.
Oh.
Or not?
Where's Silic?
Silic is kind of he hasn't really left the spot of where you guys landed. He's just kind of like stunned and unsure of the area. But he looks like, based off the way he's holding his sword, he's ready for some kind of attack.
I look at him and put my hand on his shoulder and be like, "What are you feeling? What are you thinking?"
I'm already my bow.
Thinking that something that should not exist is going to exist
I'm
here.
gonna stand close to Renora.
Something that's dead is it's impossible. She can't be alive. And if she is, why is she here?
Who?
At that point, a light immediately blasts from Norin's feet. Norin, make me a dexterity saving throw to try to dodge his beam.
Dun dun dun
I don't
dun!
understand how far.
Told you to move.
Can I also try and catch him if he's gonna get blasted?
He's not going to get pushed out of the way, so let's see how this works.
19.
Okay, you're fine. So you immediately just dodge out of the way as this straight beam comes up of this arcane, like, holy energy, radiant. As almost like it's pushing energy out, and you start seeing all the icons glow. And you start to notice that the floor starts to move like a dial. I'll allow everyone to give me one last investigation check or religion check, if you're proficient in it, to see if you understand now what the floor is.
I'm
Religion.
I'm gonna
Jesus,
briefly
I am
pop my
not-
glasses on
No.
and come back off.
finally.
I'm not
One.
rolling very well.
18.
And bag of rocks.
18,
14.
14.
11.
Oh, 11.
23 on investigation.
Oh.
Okay. Some of you are able to notice now the way it's shifting. Whatever this is, this room generates power from all the 9 realms. As you start to notice that this is a nexus point, as each of the 8 surrounding ones are channeling points of the 8 other realms, pulling energy into this singular one. You start to see they start changing colors. Shadowfell realm, realm of the gods, realm of hell. Even you got the Feywild in there. As you can start to see them glow, and it seems like whatever this area is charges in radiant power from whatever exists in everyone to do something that should not exist. As you start to see someone floating in the air atop of the light, chained up, hanging in unconscious as she's just dangling there. As you see Silk immediately grab his blade, totally in disbelief. You see an old version of Seline walk up. What I've done so far has not impeded you. Maybe someone that will hold you back better will. Just looks at Silic, looks back up, just takes one hand, and summon the Harbinger's back. As you see her summon Valer into her right, Gladlin to her left, and then she absorbs them in her hand, and she immediately pours their energy into this drow tiefling above. As you start to see her scream in agony, as she starts to absorb the power and start to mutate and change. That's where we're going to end it for the night.
Oh my god!
Not Dahlia. What?
Don't hype me
Alright,
up for
well-
battle and then not give me that battle.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun dun!
Say
So-
hi.
So, I will show on Messenger what this thing looks like. Or actually, I think I can actually got the character actually on here already.
Roll that big, bad, beautiful footage.
Did it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Show it.
Oh.
Show it. Show it. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So on the
Show it,
character,
whip
she's
it
at the far
out.
bottom. You can find Harbinger Dahlia.
Harbinger Dahlia.
Oh, yep.
Ooh. Fancy.
Fancy.
Ooh. Ah.
Ooh.
Spooky.
Oh no! Angel missed it because of ads.
No.
Well, get it in the play.
Well, we could talk about it in Discord for a little bit too.
Well, we'll just have to make a. You'll also have to make
Oh,
like
she has to go through it.
like a a short. Of
Yeah.
that
Oh, yeah.
portion,
So
right in that spot.
with that, we're going to end our session there. To remind everyone, all our viewers, if that next session we'll have the last session before we take the battle to the god. During that session, a lot of us will actually be over here if we're in person. Otherwise, some people will still get in digitally. That will be a big session, but next session they will be fighting against the Sister of Silic. So,
Dun dun
Bum,
dun.
bum, bum.
that
Is
being
she gonna
said,
get stuck somewhere?
everybody have a good night,
Like-
a good weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Like
Bye,
Seraphim
Nat.
said, nothing stays
Later,
dead.
alligator.
Nothing stays dead.